When it comes to holiday gifting for guys, it's not always so easy. But thanks to Mack Weldon, it's super simple to find something great no matter which guy you're shopping for. Whether it's Mack Weldon's warm knit tops, undershirts, or Sunday lounge pants, Mack Weldon has men's basics that are guaranteed to keep everyone on your list comfortable. Mack Weldon is the perfect mixture of comfort and style, and the ease of shopping makes it the perfect holiday gift. Mack Weldon promises comfort and consistent fit, from socks, shirts, and hoodies to underwear, polos, and active shorts. Mack Weldon's wide range of customized fabrics can keep up with you no matter what your day looks like, whether you're working out, going to work, or on a date. And with Weldon Blue, Mack Weldon's totally free loyalty program, you'll get free shipping for life. If you don't like your first pair of underwear, you can keep them and they'll still refund you, no questions asked. Win the gift-giving season and get 20% off your first order. Visit MackWeldon.com/peasants and enter promo code peasants. That's PEASANTS. That's MackWeldon.com/peasants, promo code PEASANTS for 20% off. Mack Weldon, reinventing men's basics.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Fuck it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 811. 811. And we've got Hellbent back again for the first time in a little while. How's it going, buddy?
Better. I mean, this year sucks if you own a bar or in an online entertainment or acting or anything like that, but I'm doing all right. Thank you.
Yeah, same here. You know, I've made the best of it, but yeah, it sucked. Worst summer, too. The most uneventful summer in recent memory. And really quick, I do see Stevie Wolf in the chat. I know he's coming on. Tomorrow, but if he wants to come on now, he can too. Oh, I see. Oh, wow, Jeff Holiday too. Both of them.
Hey,
we got an empty square down there.
Yeah, because like I really want their reactions to Onision. I saw Real Stream News in the chat too, who used to hate Onision, and all of a sudden he seems to like him almost now. That's kind of cute.
Drama. It's a drama carousel.
Is it?
Get on, you get off.
He
you keep
literally
around the ups and downs.
Real Stream News made a thumbnail of Onision butt fucking you, and it had the word that I won't say, Play-Doh.
Yeah,
like it said it like it had a question mark. Play-Doh.
He was doing a full sex to me.
He was doing a full sex, and now he's like, yes sir, to Onision.
But I just want to say, if Onision was having sex with me, I'm a grown man. I'm older than he is. That would make him not a Play-Doh.
It would.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd probably top him, I'd wager.
I'd be the top Papa Dropper.
Yeah. I will add Stevie to the thing, and Jeff will be here soon too.
Nice.
So I guess we'll wait on Jeff. Yeah, we're gonna have a full house, but I think this is good.
A star-studded Drunken Peasants Super Show, Friday Super Show.
A lot of this
was.
I mean, I'd love to just take over your show, but
you had so much with. I mean, like your voice. I just wish it was here constantly because it adds like the. It adds like this element that none of us have.
I like to call it warm.
Warm.
When it's Ben and me, it's like cold chicken.
Cold
When
chicken.
you get here, it's like
Yeah.
Cajun blackened
It's-
chicken.
Yes.
No, just call me Brett Keenstar.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Situation dramatizations.
Wet cream.
I just got to pretend I had like 4 or 5 strokes and let my face melt, and then the voice just like that. You're good.
Stevie's in the call, but we don't have his camera up at this point.
Yeah, Skype's being a bit of a word I'm not allowed to say for 10 minutes.
There he is.
There you go.
Hey,
All right.
welcome to
There we
hell.
Welcome back.
So Stevie, did you see this clip of Onision talking about Billy the
No, I've
fridge
heard
and-
of it though.
Oh God, yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
I'm gonna wait for Jeff Holiday to be here too. He'll get here
Alrighty.
eventually too, because I want everyone's take on it. We'll watch some other stuff in the meantime. There's this new guy we've been watching on the show recently. And his name's Trumpster Bob. He lives in South Texas.
I was dying yesterday when he called it your show. Fuck.
Yeah. He lives all the way down near the Mexico border, all the way down in the southern part. It's called
those types.
Edinburgh. It's called Edinburgh, Texas. And
That's the most English-sounding place in Texas I've ever heard of.
Yeah, because Edinburgh, that's in Scotland. So yeah, it's like, yeah, I maybe it was named after it, but he was telling us what a great place it is and how tourism is huge there and everything. And then just today, there was a news story this morning. This high school football player in Edinburgh. Is facing assault charges because he fucking nailed this referee.
Man,
this referee.
I gotta see this.
This referee ejected him from the game. This kid looks like he's over 200 pounds. He's probably like 210, 220.
Ref's about to get ejected, man.
Yeah.
Teenage football players ain't tiny.
Yeah. In Texas, they take high school football very seriously.
Oh yeah.
What's all the steroid we put in the beef? It makes better football players for a blood sport, you know.
All right, let's see this. There's the ref. Watch him get nailed. The ref right here.
Reject me,
Boom!
motherfucker. You're rejected.
Oh!
He's running away.
And by
That's
the way,
great.
he's 18, so he's probably going to get charged as an adult, my guess.
Yeah. I mean, like, what would you say? Like, just an assault charge, regular?
Let's see. The school is suspended for the rest of the season, and he was actually arrested.
oh damn.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The school got suspended from the. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they should have had the linebackers there to keep him from doing that.
And wasn't it determined that Edinburgh, Texas, is actually a blue county?
It is.
It's a Democrat county,
and it's also like 90% Hispanic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's so like anti everything, dude. The reason you live in an area that you even have a modicum of enjoyment in is because it's a blue state. You live in a blue state part of Texas.
Gotta
Right.
take all them Mexicans and ship them up to Canada to get rid of them, you know?
Oh, I want to tell you.
Football players.
I want to tell you a little bit about.
It sounds more like he's in their town at this point,
I
right?
wanna
Isn't
hear-
he the minority
I
there?
want to tell you about Trumpster Bob's theory about all the Mexicans in Texas around where he lives. They're actually secret Muslims pretending to be Mexicans that snuck in illegally. And you want to know how you can tell between a real Mexican and a secret Muslim posing as a Mexican? They
How? I
can't.
need this.
They can't handle the heat from jalapenos.
Oh.
They can't eat jalapenos. A real Mexican
thought
can
you-
handle their jalapenos.
I thought you had to look at their vagina to figure it out.
I'll tell
Gotta
you
look
what,
at
there's
their
going to be extra
jalapenos.
jalapenos
Yeah, that's-
on every nacho in my bar. We're going to root them all out one by one.
When Jeff, when you're ready, just say so in the chat, and I'll add you to the Skype call, and then we'll play it.
When you had Trumpster Bob on yesterday, I was like, please, somebody get Jeff in here so he can play his banjo while that guy's yelling at you.
Yeah, that's all he does. He just takes over the conversation and just yells about whatever he wants. He has this weird thing that the CEO of Raising Cane's Chicken Tenders is this secret Muslim. It's really weird. AOC is a secret Muslim too.
Yeah, they're actually both signed on for the next season of Undercover Boss, Saudi edition.
In today's episode of Undercover Boss, AOC goes in to find out how her ISIS minions are really doing.
Oh fuck!
Pablo interrogates a Hassad member. Just I can't put it together, man. I'm trying to link Mexico to the Middle East, and every attempt is just awful. Like there's no good way to package that.
It's Chipotle secretly made of falafel.
Yes.
There you go. That's a nicer way.
So good. How is this falafel? It's so good.
I do like falafel when it's fried right and it's like crispy on the outside and all green on the inside. I think that shit's good. I don't know.
That's not too bad.
And there you go.
Yeah.
E.M. Dubois says, I came to see a show about Onision. I hear 4 people complain that some people think differently than them. Are we actually complaining right now?
Are we?
I'll argue the hell out of Billy. That's one of my favorite things to do is to argue with Billy.
Oh, you know what he's talking? He's talking about Trumpster Bob because he considers what Trumpster Bob does thinking differently when it's literally just psychotic delusion is what
Let's
it
be
is.
fair. Do you consider anything Trumpster Bob does thinking, though?
I mean,
I don't know. I'll give him a fair chance. I never met the guy unless he's that guy who screams about his shower curtains, the older guy with the beard.
He's the guy that literally said that he thinks AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, is a Muslim, and for her to prove that she's not a Muslim, she has to pose for Playboy so we could see her vagina and show that it's not mutilated.
Is it a rule?
I think it's okay to talk about that guy.
That's pretty easily judgeable. That's insane.
Dude.
I mean, she wouldn't have to be a secret Muslim. She could just put the thing on and go out there and still get votes where she lives, right?
E.M. Dubois, this is the last time I'm responding to you. This guy thinks that the CEO of Raising Cane's is a secret Muslim. But I can look up who the CEO of Raising Cane's is, and he's not. He's not Iranian. First of all, you can't operate American businesses in Iran anyway. There's like economic sanctions. You can't even buy anything in Iran with an American debit card or credit card. Like they don't even have credit cards or debit cards there because they can't even use our same banking system. Nothing he says has any basis in reality. He's telling me Ohio is some super blue state when it's literally becoming more red than Texas even. Dude doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. You don't know who we're even talking about. You just assume he's conservative, and because you agree with conservative bullshit normally, you just assume he's right.
Man, I'm right leaning. I'm okay with saying that. I know that, makes me the outlier here a little bit, but I don't need to see anybody's pussy to know what their politics are. That's insanity. That doesn't make any sense, man. Come on. You're losing people doing this shit. You know that?
I didn't say that. I said I needed to see it for research purposes.
Yeah, man.
Look, his name is Trumpster Bob, so he's a Trumpster. E.M. Dubois is a Trumpster. They have to stick together no matter whose mutilated vagina needs to be exposed, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Vaginas.
It sounds like he just kind of wants a little spank cereal to me. But
yeah, I'm not anti-conservative. I have tons of conservative friends.
Texas isn't conservative because California is flooding into it. Texas is becoming conservative because the Hispanic population is growing exponentially, and they tend to be, on average, more left-wing than right-wing. There are pockets of right-wing Hispanics. Most of those are like Cubans, though, not necessarily Mexicans. So
that's a combination of things. And living here, I've been out on the sidewalks long enough. You see it in the youth, man. Like, you got to card people 18 and up, all that. I see 18-year-olds. They're all about like blue state politics when they talk. They want legal weed. They don't want to have to pay college loans and all that. So you got these younger people growing up in this conservative area. Then you got Hispanics. Then you got Californios coming in. And all that together, you'd be dumb not to see it.
Yeah. One last thing I got to get in before we move on from the E.M. Dubois situation. He said, I thought that was the last time you were responding to me, Billy. No, Ben said that was the last time he was responding to you. I will respond to you all night, except for the fact you don't listen. So you're a garbage trash human being despite of your politics. Right. Goodbye, E.M. Dubois. This is the last time you matter tonight. Waka, waka, waka.
Can't even get the names right. Wow.
Seriously, guys. I have tons of conservative friends. I appreciate their conservative viewpoints. If you have if you believe that you want America taken care of first before the rest of the world, and you can't see people harping about letting other people into the country, I can understand where you're coming from. Right? I can understand those things. I can understand a lot of the conservative viewpoints. If you make a lot of money and you don't want to be taxed, joke is you're going to be taxed regardless of the other fucking person. But you're separated by these viewpoints. I'm actually not even a liberal anymore. I am what I like to call I don't give a fuck about your stupid politics. You're both wrong.
I'm letting in Jeff. Yeah. All right.
I don't give a fuckative.
I don't give a fuckative.
Totally fair, Billy.
You're all picking sides on the same team. We're America. Get back to the roots of the fact that we live in the same country. If you don't live in America, I would love to have you here. I would love to have you here legally or illegally. I don't care. There's a lot of Americans that do a lot of illegal shit here, and they don't get taken care of right. The system's kind of busted for the people on the bottom.
Yeah,
people on the top, it's working just fine.
Trumpster Bob was acting like because he doesn't agree with the politics in California, California is not part of America anymore. I mean,
well, the thing is, like, if you're trying to grow a political party, drawing a line in the sand and saying everybody past here is not allowed in, and starting freaking out and talking about vaginas and stuff, it really doesn't attract. This is why you don't see politicians doing that. Like, if you're a commentator for politics and you find yourself doing things politicians don't do, your days are probably numbered.
I'm going to kill the echo. There it is.
And also responding to Realstream News in the chat, he says that Onision says even more stuff about me in the part 2 of his interview that hasn't been released yet.
Yeah.
So we might come back to that too as well.
We'll just react to it later. It's not, we don't have to wait.
Yeah. If it comes out before tomorrow, I think, Stevie, you're going to be back here tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe we'll have a follow-up tomorrow.
Who's high pitch?
Oh, shit.
I just think it's weird, Realstream, that all of a sudden you like Onision and you made a thumbnail where he was fucking Billy in the butt. I don't...
I did an interview on Realstream's channel. I don't know how long ago it was, months ago. I think it was pre-COVID. And we were talking about stuff. And I think that he disavowed a lot of the stuff he went through before, so I can see where he's changed. I'm surprised Onision's sitting down to talk to you, but maybe he's changing too. Maybe he wants to make friends. He hated Keemstar. He was never going to sit down with Keemstar. But when he had the interview with Keemstar, a lot of people started looking at him in a different light after that.
I love Jeff's. Oh, I'm sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
And then he went on a few other programs, and people actually sat down and listened to him. Whether or not I think you still leave there thinking this guy's fucking crazy, but maybe he's not a groomer. Maybe he is. I don't fucking know. I don't really care.
I think he's throwing whatever shit he can at the wall just to see what sticks, because he's trying to figure out what platform will just let him spurg out.
Jeff is in full-on dad mode. Look at him. The sweater, the glasses.
All I know is we're going to be talking about Onision, so I wanted to get in the mood. So would any of you gentlemen like a cocktail?
Are there lewds too?
I was gonna say my drink's feeling a little woozy.
Zip zop zoopity boop. It's sleeping time for you.
All right. So I saw that Realstream was feuding with Repzilla too. That was interesting. Yeah. All right. So
it's that circle. Like the anti-O community can never just settle in one place. Everybody plays hot potato with who's like the bastard of the week. It's okay though, because everybody at the end of the day, we're all bastards and we suck. Onision will tell you that in this clip.
So yeah, we'll watch the clip. I do have the full interview too. I don't know how much if you would want to see any part of that. But
how long is the full interview? Is it the part 1 or part 2?
It's part 1, but I wouldn't watch the whole thing. Maybe watch like 10 minutes of it at most. But we'll watch this clip first. Here it is.
Remember that stream when Billy came outside your house and you guys talked and shit? Do you remember that?
Oh, shit. Nice preview. Nice preview, Realstream.
Isn't it time you fucked Billy on your fucking driveway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How could I forget?
Did you ever
Yeah,
thought,
Kai was really mad about me doing that.
Yeah, I can imagine why.
Hold on. What? So are you just trying to pander to him to keep him in the interview to get the whole video? Is that why?
Kind of have to.
I mean, you know, if I had a smaller channel and I had a larger person on my channel and I was just sure they're my enemy, right? But they're also like, you know, fuel for the video to move forward, right?
Right.
You got a kiss little ass, I'm sure.
I just want to say, I want to say, Real Stream, you're pandering to Onision for this interview. I tried the same thing when I went to his house, and he humped me mercilessly in front of the entire world.
Yeah.
No,
So
Billy.
this could go bad for you.
You know what? I interviewed him and no humping took place. It was funny.
But
at the
didn't
beginning.
Joe molest him?
Yes.
Didn't Joe molest him that night?
Yes. And at the beginning of the interview, he followed me on Twitter, and by the end of the interview, he unfollowed me on Twitter.
Oh, that's the worst part.
Oh yeah.
That Twitter unfollow, that sticks with you for life, man.
I went inside, and Kai's like, dude, that's not your friend.
An interview, not a debate. Okay, buddy. Like, it doesn't have to be either or. You can have like a tough interview that doesn't have to be a debate. I can tell you practiced that comeback right there. How many times have you used that so far, Real Stream?
Like, what do you mean? And Kai was like, dude, that guy literally drove to your house and live streamed your fucking house. Like, that's not your friend. That's a dude who's just trying to make money off showing up to your house. And I'm like, oh shit, you're right. That was really fucked. Like, if I live streamed me driving to Billy the Fridge's house, what a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know?
So
it's totally okay for you to stick things up your ass online for everybody to see, but like, what the fuck?
Well, I think I don't want to like kink shame anybody or sex work shame. I think it's a valid point to bring up that he does stick things up his ass online for Patreon or what OnlyFans to see.
I didn't hear
for money. If it's OnlyFans, it's for money.
Yeah. If you want to see it, you can go to Onision's OnlyFans.
No, you can't pay to unsee it yet. I mean, weed's almost legal. We're getting there.
Has anybody here on our little panel here? Has anybody actually seen the anal penetration that Onision's done?
No. Can we bring that up? Can we bring that asshole up here, Rick?
Oh, yeah. Jamie, pull that up. Can you pull that up?
Have you seen it? No. We already
know.
have enough assholes on the screen.
Well, Ben, play the clip.
I want to know if he's a size queen or not. Like, is he fucking like taking a rubber fist or some shit, or is he just putting like a little dinky plug?
The size of a pen, basically.
Somebody sent me a video of him sucking on a dildo covered in honey, and I don't think he's a size queen, but it wasn't small. He got his honey's.
Do dick pic pictures where he's like strangling his dick until it's turning red. It's fucking horrifying.
I have seen
that. I don't get it.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Scary.
I also want to point out right now that the way this lays out looks like we're looking at the east side of a tournament bracket. And Real Stream News was the winner of a match between Ben and I. Jeff Holiday was the winner between a match between Hellbent and Stevie. And Onision was the champion somehow. I don't know how this round robin tournament works, but I'm not liking it.
You sound cursed.
No, like, I could look up where Billy lives, and I could live stream you going to his house, but I have to be a real piece of shit to do that.
What if you just invited him to do it?
And that's what he did to me. And I had Kai explaining that to me. I was like, oh fuck, you're right. Those guys are assholes.
Damn.
So,
no,
that's what I feel.
You do have a valid point
there. We are
there.
assholes.
You have a valid point there.
I probably shouldn't have done it. Like literally the entire stream, I was saying I didn't want to do it, and then I got talked into it because that's what I do in IRL. I do stupid things. I got punched in the face. I got people breaking my equipment. I got people puking on me on my live streams. I was doing horrible, stupid things the entire time. So it was an asshole thing for me to do. I didn't dox his house. I didn't show the road there. I kept the camera on me. And then I went to his house and I was hoping that he wouldn't even come outside. I was like, if he doesn't come outside, then nothing happens. I can go home. Be like, sorry guys, I tried. But yeah, it was an asshole thing to do. Like, I'm not even going to deny that.
He keeps running out of his fucking house down the driveway at you.
with a
At least
gun.
With
and
the
our
gun.
cameraman missed the gun.
He
I
had
was
a
so
gun?
bummed.
I
It
didn't
was
know
a-
that part of that about the story. So he runs out with a firearm. What a pussy!
Yeah, I think it was a prop gun though. Like I filmed with him a ton of times, so I'm pretty sure it was one of his prop guns.
Even a bigger pussy if he got shot with a prop gun in his hand by somebody who thought he was a maniac. That'd been the worst.
We wouldn't have shot him.
Well, somebody could have. Who knows who else is outside watching? It's like, hey, look at those people over at that weirdo's house. What are they? Oh God, he's got a gun. Ow.
Well, at least he didn't try and push you down some stairs. That'd be fucked up.
Yeah, or throw you out a window, you know.
And Kai has a valid point as well.
No, I'm an idiot. Kai was the one who had to tell me how to think. So
I mean, no, like, listen, I saw.
I feel like this is
effort.
I feel like this is a remix of this interview. Like someone set it to a beat.
Yeah,
you
they
know.
had R. Kelly remix it.
This is off the RSN mixtape featuring Onision.
What happened, man? Like, I know you like Billy, or you liked Billy at that time, and it looked like to me you were genuinely happy to see him. You know?
Yeah, I was, and then
Wow, this is heart wrenching.
I'm gonna cry.
God, he liked me at one time.
I am gonna cry.
I need to know whether or not does this music play during like the stream? Was this streamed or was this recorded?
Real Stream News does play a beat in the background on his streams.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very distracting. It's very,
Here's a
very
tip:
distracting.
don't. It's fucking distracting.
I thought about it.
Well,
Look,
you got to distract people from the words that you say, right? So they just read the title and go with that.
Okay, there's two people in the chat right now that I feel like, three people that I feel like we should quote. Marie says it's just a preview. That's true. This is a smaller part of the entire interview, so we're only getting the information off of it that we can right now. Pop Kern says Onision is not a sociopath. He took a test online to see if he was, and it came out negative. Claim disproven. We must remember that. We must remember that.
Back machine.
And Queen Danny Targaryen has been saying that we are only making Onision richer by playing this video right now.
Are we?
Because I thought that money was going to the IRS.
Yeah, and he can't claim this anyway. This isn't his video. So
I mean, he might get like a little bit more attention, but like isn't his like big money cow like not being laughed at? Isn't this like a new generation, new
I hope
for him?
I hope every viewer right now hears what we said about his OnlyFans and they go and they watch him play with dildos.
All right. If he's just gonna porn out, fair enough.
The real question is
for anybody.
The real question is, does Kai peg him? Does Kai peg?
I don't know.
James.
I don't think Kai's been in any of the videos.
No, he just fucks sex dolls on them. Literally, he does. Like he gets like those high dollar sex dolls too with the weird wiggly toes and shit, and he fucks those on his OnlyFans. It's fucking horrifying.
He's got expensive sex dolls now?
Yeah, this guy in the chat named Heat Boss is an absolute badass. He's been leaking stuff from his OnlyFans on Kiwi Farms for months now.
Oh, Heat Boss, that's naughty. That's private content,
And
Heat Boss.
the craziest part is Onion tried to DMCA Kiwi Farms because of it earlier today.
I think Billy's a good. I think Billy's a good
That
guy.
is private content. Like he's fair for DMCAing that.
All right.
Like if you want to laugh at his porn, pay for it. And that goes for all sex workers. If you want to watch somebody's sex work porn, you should probably pay for it.
Okay, we have to give Real Stream News credit. He says he thinks you're a good guy at the very end of this. After he said he understood where Onision was coming.
It looked like to me you were genuinely happy to see him. You know.
Yeah, I was, and then I thought about it.
Look, I think Billy's a good guy. I think sometimes he doesn't think about some things, but
No, Billy's actually. That's just more shit I can't talk about.
It's all right. It's all right. I get it.
I'm just gonna say I disagree with you, and that's all I can say because I can't really talk about anything else.
Wow.
He says he wanted to say I wasn't a good guy.
Yeah.
And now I want to know if he talked to that girl about what happened between me and her. And he's not allowed to talk about it because he doesn't want to expose what happened to that girl.
Billy, why is he not allowed to talk? Like you said, is he afraid that you'll just like say something? Like, what's the threat that you have over him that's so great, right?
This is the threat that I have. October 17th, 2018, him and I were at a Halloween video shoot, and we went family style. on a girl that only can be explained to now as Jane Doe number 2.
Well,
No.
I can see why he didn't want to, say that last thing there, why he bit his tongue.
Wow.
No, I don't know. I don't know what he's saying. Presumably it could all fall under the fact that there may have been some sort of non-disclosure thing that was agreed upon.
That was trash that isn't real, that isn't legally binding.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that's it. But then I'm wondering, I'm like, has somebody came at him with some information about what a sicko I am?
The way he's talking sounds like you're suing him. The way he's responding is the way someone would normally respond to someone who's they're in a lawsuit with.
Yeah. But
he's just not friends with you anymore. So it's kind of like you need to have a tea party out in mom's backyard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Settle this with the high court of Mr. Fluffum and all your favorite teddy bear friends.
Wait. So you and Onision tag teamed some girl. Was he with Kai at the time?
That was a lie. It was a joke, Jeff.
Okay.
I believed you.
I don't know, man. It
I
sounds like
really
something that would have happened.
It's
Jeff,
really
you
hard
really
to
think that
tell when he's joking.
Do you think I would go family style with Onision and
Maybe.
not you?
I mean,
you think I would leave you out of it, Jeff?
Didn't you?
It just hasn't come up between the two of us yet. So
You
that's
know what
why I was just
happened,
kinda
Jeff? You know what happened? Billy and Joe and Onision all got in a hot tub that smelled like shit together.
That does not sound far-fetched.
It's
Joe
true.
and I, of course, were naked.
Yeah, they were naked in a hot tub that smelled like shit. Why did it smell like shit?
I don't know. But we had just gotten out of a pool that was 28 degrees. It was 30, whatever freezing is. It was right at freezing level. And we were so cold, so it was freeze or get in a hot tub that smells like poop soup.
That's
froze.
That's
That'd be great.
That's the time
I would-
Onision slept in his car, so no one could accuse him of rape or something. So.
What kind of life you got to live where you got to sleep in your car to avoid an accusation like that?
Joe
Look,
is
guys,
missing.
I didn't want to lock anybody
should I
in my
message
basement.
Joe
I locked
to
myself
get
in
his?
the basement.
Should I message Joe to see if he'll come downstairs?
Sure.
He could be a part of this. We could get another voice.
All right.
I mean,
I'll be right back.
Why would
I like a Fox News special where there's 200 people in one tiny video window.
Yeah. I'm
fine with that.
So you guys get into a shit-smelling hot tub, and then he sleeps in his car. So he has to spend the night in his car, with his
smell any worse.
Joey, do you
filthy
want to come? You want to come downstairs and talk about Onision calling us assholes?
I can't right now.
Okay.
I'm reading Oodles to the baby.
Okay, if you want to read to the baby, is there anything you want to say right now about Onision calling us assholes?
Not really. What is he gonna do? Call us good guys?
That's what I said. Yeah.
I love Joe.
He's a narcissist. That's what narcissists do. We made the cleanest break you can make with a narcissist.
Yeah.
You can't do any better than that.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that was the only way that I was going to break our toxic relationship with a predator.
The only regret I have about the whole thing.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have molested those girls with him.
Well, I told them we wouldn't talk about that, and I didn't bring up your name about October 17th's video shoot. I left you out of it. We're live right now, by the way. I don't think she was an 11. She was maybe a New York 9.
She's dead.
Well,
Doesn't matter.
she's Jane Doe, and we don't talk about this. I should probably go. Ben's back now, and he's not happy.
Tell Joe I love him.
Oh shit!
I'll need my shovel back.
Jeff,
I'm
loves
fine. I'm fine.
New York 9. What the fuck?
Man, that hurt to hear, Billy. Thank
She
you.
was a strong Alabama too, I tell you.
Oh boy.
We just like to have fun around here.
We're sweet boys.
I am having fun.
We're sweet boys.
I'm not.
Let's play a
They
little
are,
bit
I'm
more.
I think that was the end, wasn't it?
Right, but I have I have a little more of him talking about some other stuff queued up.
The original.
So it's been a while. I noticed it seems like
I'm just gonna play the audio.
Starting to lose some relevancy. She comes back out with some way, and you're always the target. How do you feel about that?
I don't pay attention, so it's hard to say.
Like, you don't... I don't know. When I see it, to me, it seems really see-through, and I don't understand why every time...
I mean, you know, maybe she does have her OnlyFans, so maybe she gets, you know, more support that way.
I just don't get it, though. Like, doesn't she have music, though, and other stuff going on? Like, I don't get it.
Why has she never addressed her trying to have sex with Sarah? That's what I don't get.
Look, I know that's a thing. She did try to have sex with her. How old was Sarah?
Ayala.
Ayala?
Mm-hmm.
Ayala?
He claims...
Why don't you address, like, trying to have sex with a fucking teenage girl in your shower, you fucking weirdo? Like, why... You know, like, people forget how big of a controversy it was when people found out the girl was 16 years old living in your house. Like, you know...
Oh, man.
It's so hard to slough it off on other people all the time.
I haven't paid attention to this for like 4 years. It feels
You're
like
lucky.
he's been on fire, right? About 4 years?
Probably, yeah.
So when you say like he had a 16-year-old living in his house, I'm like, oh, fuck. But that's normal. That's like, this is old news, right?
Oh, yeah.
There was a good section of time where I just didn't keep up with it, but I think I was in a live stream at one point actually arguing with what was the 60-year-old's name? Billy?
No, Sarah was the 16-year-old. Billy was 19, I believe, when she was over there.
There was so many. Like, I actually ended up arguing with one of these like tertiary girls and whatnot. It was the strangest fucking thing in the world.
One thing that I've noticed about hang out with Onision and all the girls that are around him, I've met a lot of them. A lot of these girls we're talking about now I haven't met. They were before I came to Onision. But they all seem to have like these like emotional issues with Onision ghosting them and not wanting to talk to them anymore and not giving them any explanation. And then they like flip out and they go in on Onision. And a lot of them I've seen like come back to him over the years and try and refriend him after everything falls apart. And I don't know if that
bonding.
Exactly. I'm like, is that what this is? This is horrible.
Because what he's doing is he's finding these girls from fucked up families and stuff, and then he basically is doing the same thing to them in the relationship that they were already going through at home a lot of the time. It's just trauma bonding. That's why they come back to it. It's abuse. It's emotional abuse.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I'm here like I feel like half this stuff wouldn't even be on his plate. It wouldn't be a problem if he just talked to people when he didn't want to like be friends with them anymore instead of just leave them thinking to stew.
It's not even that. It's like he enjoys doing it because it gives him a sense of control. Like he actually enjoys putting these girls through the shit that he puts them through. You know, he just doesn't like when it blows up in his face and he has to take responsibility or accountability for it. It's just how it's been for years and fucking years.
I kind of have to think he does like it. And he gets off on having to fight the fight because it's like every time. It's like he anticipates it.
Well, I mean, like when I debated him, I like brought that up to him and he didn't even give a flying fuck to even like, it didn't even occur to him. That's like, this is not how you treat people. Like to the point where it was like, do you not understand the point that I'm trying to get to you? Do you not have the intellectual capacity to understand what I'm saying? Are you stupid? You know, you can't just fucking keep going back to this over and over and over again and then expect people not to think you have a problem, you know?
I mean, the nature of the controversy surrounding, well, the many controversies surrounding him really does work out in his favor anyway. It's kind of like everybody has one of those like absolutely most hated Twitter accounts you just can't fucking stand. I got a few of them. But you know, they the more stupid shit they say and the more people like quote tweet it and make fun of them, the larger their influence actually does grow.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's true. If you give Onision attention, it is in some ways feeding him because the narcissist part of him doesn't care whether he's hated or he's loved. He wants to be fed, you know.
I'm not
exactly having a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I'm not exactly sure how well he's doing right now. I don't follow him. But
he's been having a lot of narc rage. What he's been doing is making sock accounts on Twitter and in Kiwi farms, and it's clearly him. The writing style, the vocabulary, everything. You can tell it's him. And he's been basically trying to defend himself by acting like an idiot on these different platforms. Like he just deletes the accounts like right afterward, but people screenshot it. He's been losing his fucking mind for like 3 fucking weeks, trying to like get these accusations to die down, and it's fucking ridiculous. The amount of sock accounts that he's made, it would make Brett Keane blush.
He was down and out before everything came out with like Chris Hansen resurgence. I really felt like, as someone who was there around him, that he might be going into another business other than YouTube. You know, he had talked about him
driving Uber or something, right?
Yeah, because we did a skit where he was an Uber driver, but it was like, I think it came from a place of like where he was really thinking that he might have to pick up an Uber. But then he was like, but what would I do? He's like, I show up to somebody as Onision. I'm like, are you Onision? They're gonna want to get out of the car, or they're gonna be like, fuck you, no tip.
Yeah, they give him a bad rating just because he's Onision.
Try to give her a tap, and then you know what? She didn't give me a tap.
Well, you know, if he just shut up for like 3 or 4 years, he probably could have slinked off with an Uber job pretty easy, and nobody know who the hell he was.
He was making
the internet moves fast.
You know what though? He was making millions, and he definitely pissed a lot of it away, and then also tried to claim like his entire income as a tax deduction. So
yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You remember?
That, as I understand, Iola was like 19 and Sarah was 16, but I might be wrong.
Okay, so.
But the point is that she's trying to criticize people who weren't even trying to sleep with Sarah while she was actively trying to sleep with Sarah. So
There's
it's like
all this weird
it's so
shit,
bizarre
like,
to see her act like that.
going on.
It's like the greatest form of projecting.
Like it's everyone's trying to sleep with everyone at Onision's house. He's not. He's saying all this shit, but kind of glossing over, like, yeah, all this shit was going down at my house with me being the person in charge there. Like
he invited all of it in.
Right.
And it wouldn't even be that big of a deal if everybody was very comfortably over age. It wouldn't be an issue. There wouldn't be any reason for anybody to, like, it'd be drama, you know, people would be interested in it, but like, it wouldn't be, hey, we need a big spotlight on this fucking guy, you know?
Yeah, but it's crazy too, because there are pictures from back in that time where they were all living in the house, and you can see them all snuggled up under blankets on this dude, and he's clearly the oldest looking, I mean, with a forehead like that, of course, the oldest looking person in the room, you know? It's like, it's weird, dude. You've got a harem of fucking young chicks that met you online, living in your fucking house, sucking your dick. And it's like, we're not going to ignore that. Probably simultaneously. We don't know.
Well, that just feeds people forever, right? Once you take, like, okay, you can't take the name Onision and not think about those girls in that picture anymore, right? Like, that pops in your mind the second you hear the name. His brand's dead. Like, if he's interested in any of this, like, entertainment or Hollywood or whatever stuff, he'd have half a mind to go, okay, well, Onision's gone. We screwed that up. Let's do something else. But
it's like Harvey Weinstein just coming back and like, I didn't do anything. What are you talking about?
I didn't molest her. She tripped and fell on my wiener. Now let me direct this picture film.
Do we know if Onision ever spoke with the team that was filming that documentary about
the
him?
Chris Hansen thing?
Yeah, the Chris Hansen and Shiloh film for it early on.
Shared a screenshot of the contract, which was a draconian contract, by the way, for it, but I don't know.
Yeah, around a little before I heard him talking about it and mentioning it, they had reached out to me, and the first contract they sent me was like not good for someone who does YouTube or anything. It was like a full right ownership of your everything and everything you do.
Yeah, I saw a picture of it, and I was reading it, and I'm like, as a musician, because I do that outside of YouTube, and I share some of it on YouTube, I'm like, wow, so you're going to fuck my rights to both my videos and stuff I do outside of this. Nice. No. Try to revise that. And you know, it's not even that. You can't even modify it afterward. I forget what the term for that is, but like it was included in that. I'm like, fuck. No way, dude.
Yeah, they sent me a second contract, but then I just kind of blew it off because I was a little off put by things that were coming out around it. So I wish I would have done it now just so I could have had friends over during COVID. By friends, I mean a film crew. They could sit there and talk to me when I'm lonely. But it's okay.
All right, here's a little more.
I think I've ever seen. It's so weird. It's like, dude, you literally tried to sleep with this 16-year-old in our house. The 16-year-old rejected you, and now you're trying to say that we're bad because we were so obsessed with Billy. and we actually didn't want to be with this person at all. Like, I don't get what's
Well, then
up
why'd
their
you
ass
invite her in your house?
Okay.
You
because it's like, dude, it's you. It's always been you going after this, and you're literally trying to paint someone else what you are.
Okay, so
He
so-
had
so let's-
legal
let's-
guardian custody over her. That's the part I don't fucking understand. You
Oh, that's
invited her in
creepy.
your fucking house.
Yeah.
You got legal guardian custody over her, so that makes you her de facto parent. If you didn't want that happening in your house, you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, it's like it's like
fucking weirdo.
Him in his mid-30s, and then a bunch of girls in their late teens, early 20s, just all, and there's like all this drama that girls of that age bring about with him, like feeding it too at the same time. So it's like
He's like a metrosexual David Koresh or something. He just doesn't quite have the balls to get the cult built up.
Yeah, kind
Yeah,
of.
everything he told me about the guardianship thing is that they weren't legal guardians. They had the right of guardianship when it came to like taking her to medical appointments and stuff.
That's
So,
still a
I mean-
fucking creepy abuse of that power, though. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
like-
lie.
If she was like diabetic and like had to constantly been in and out of ER, okay, but that doesn't sound like it's the case at all.
It's
Well,
like out of anybody, why does Onision need to do this? You know, that's the bigger question. Like, why?
Well, yeah,
why
even
you
if
need
I
to
had
do
somebody,
that?
if I had to go to the ER and it's like, well, Onision will drive, you'd be like, oh fuck, here we go.
You know, and I'll
Die.
just die.
Tick
I'll just
Belang
let my
says
appendix
guardians
burst.
with benefits.
Guardians with benefits.
That's fucked up.
Well, let's get back onto the Chris Hansen topic, because we talked about a lot of these people that they they say that you're a bad person and you've done all these terrible things, but when it comes down to it, there's like it's hard to find actual crimes that they want to bring to Chris Hansen or whatever, and that's the annoying part. Is like, I've said this before, like, listen, like, you can not like Onision, and like you can say he's a bad guy, but listen, being a bad guy doesn't send you to prison, and it doesn't make you a or a groomer either. That, you know what I mean? You can't just stick these labels on people.
Yeah, I don't. What does Chris Hansen do these days? Like, is he not even talking about Onision anymore?
Yeah, he bailed on it, and he's talking about Davi vanity shit, and he's also doing like kind of a retcon of his To Catch a Predator shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's like really badly edited.
Yeah,
too.
it's in like dirty hotels now, instead of like they
Yeah.
used to like have a house and shit. Now it's like a
It's in a roach
I
motel.
don't even see how they
It's
screw
really
that
bad.
show up. Just rebrand it, call it Pedophiles, like X-Files, and just send them out. Boom, done. People would tune into that every week. It'd be right next to cops.
Chris Hansen. Have a seat with Chris Hansen. I'm looking right now. Oh my god, this looks like shit.
Yeah, it's really bad. And yeah, you notice like he built his presence on YouTube based on the Onision stuff. He promised Onision be going to jail. I'll still be a reporter while you're in jail. That's what he said. No,
Yeah.
Wait, over. Jesus.
I'll take this laptop to the FBI by having it sit in this crazy crook's fucking office for 2 months.
What he always
Taxes. What are taxes?
what he always did was sensationalized journalism. This is like sensationalized, wannabe journalism. What he's doing now, this is even journalism anymore. It's the full on exploitation.
I would say even for internet drama, the Onision thing feels like the most stretched out thing I've seen since maybe like that Britney Spears stuff that she's dealing with, right?
Yeah,
it's just stretched out so far, and he just keeps piling on. It's as if he doesn't want it to stop, though.
Chris,
a little bit of a different deal there.
Do you guys remember when Chris Hansen did that other show where he was like, instead of predators, he was baiting like scammers?
Yeah,
No.
and he did
Like, I
a
remember,
video
like, the
series on
little
how to
whisper
like
bag.
avoid.
Yeah, he went to Africa. Like he found those like 419 scams in Africa. Like he baited a few of them and got them like in a hotel room, like he did with the predators. And
That
like
sounds kind of cool.
yeah, it was kind of cool.
Then he did a video about how to avoid MLMs with a guy who actually runs an MLM.
Right.
Though.
Yes. That was later on. Yeah,
That was fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Hansen was the scammer there, and he scammed everybody with the Onision case. It was bullshit. It was sensationalized. Virtue-tainment. He got a bunch of people angry, mad, pitchfork mob. He knew there was an angry mob there, and he used them.
I went on it because it was a platform to say what I had to say that was just way bigger than my own. And it was like opportunity. You know what? I'm gonna seize it.
Yeah,
What am I
like,
gonna?
I think I think most people didn't even really have a clue that like it was going to be as bad as it was. Because I mean, he came with like a pretty decent amount of credibility. Most people didn't even know about the shit about what was it, like Kickstarter that he reneged on like all of his
Yeah,
I think it was like it's
the
Kickstarter.
$90,000 Kickstarter that he didn't give the payouts for over a year.
Right.
When he
Most
finally
people didn't
did
know
go, when he finally did go to give people the promised T-shirts, mugs, and bullshit that he promised them, he went to a mom and pop store that printed up T-shirts and mugs and stuff. Got $15,000 worth of stuff printed up with a bounced check, and got charged with fraud. He was a scammer. He was an actual scammer because he scammed his people with a Kickstarter, and then Chris Hansen scammed the damn store to print up the Kickstarter stuff over a year after he didn't deliver on the Kickstarter scam stuff. And then he got caught being fraudulent there. Double scam all the way.
And then there was all these idiots that were like, you can't say anything bad about Chris Hansen. That'll just interfere with the Onision investigation. I'm like, what?
Well, you know what's a more bullshit thing, too, is that because of the legacy he had with his original TV show, there's a lot of people who don't know about any of that. And when then people like me were basically speaking our mind about how we felt about it, you're automatically put in this negative position where it's like, oh, look at you. You're a fucking pedo defender talking shit about this guy that stops him. And I'm like, fuck you. Yeah, you know, I have a right to say what I feel about it. Yeah, it is. You got to shut your mouth about it in a way, which sucks because then it's just an automatic win for somebody like that because they know they can manipulate their
me through the shit show year of 2020. All praise to the Earth Mother. Woo.
Oh, by the way, this is our second show of the week. We do 3 shows a week. We try to reach the goal by the end of the show. If you guys can help us get at least a 50% before the end of this show, we would really appreciate it. Like the stream too, if you haven't already. That helps us out too. But yeah, throw us a couple bucks. We'll be reading all the Streamlabs before the end of the show. So if you have any comments or anything that you want us to respond to or anything.
Okay. I just got a message from Real Stream News.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you this link, Ben. We got to pull this up on screen. This is actually low-key amazing. I'm going to send it
in Discord?
Yeah, in the Discord real quick. It's just an image. Pull it up on the screen real quick.
Hold on.
This picture of Onision on the screen makes it look like he sat in a chair that was like really moist.
Let me see
he wasn't expecting it.
Won't let you see it. Shoot. All right.
Is it something from Onision? Because he has me blocked.
I don't know. I'm gonna save image and just give you the image directly.
Okay.
One moment. Here it
It's okay. My camera's busted, so now I'm just playing with it.
Yeah, Tip Train. Coop Car. Already got us 34%. Thank you. Thank you.
Whoa.
Dickless penises.
The dickless penises. Yeah, Brett.
Shameless penises.
With my chili.
with no cheese.
All right, it's gonna take one more second.
Stored.
Hello, everyone. This is Brett TV from God TV Radio. Who else uses chili as lube?
Yeah.
Oh, branch.
Where did you send it?
Best, but you could substitute
I have to
Alpo dog
switch
food.
Okay.
I have to file real quick. Peter be doing that sometimes. All right, so this is, I guess, a screen cap. So it should be in the Discord now.
All right, let's take a look.
Discord.
Let me see.
This is from Real Stream News. In a DM, this is Discovery lineup for debut. It looks like there's a date, January 4th, 2021.
Oh, it's coming up so soon. It's like a month away. It's exactly a month away.
Onision in real life. Greg Jackson. It's James, known to the world as Onision, discovered YouTube when the platform was still burgeoning in the digital world, and as the power of YouTube grew, the character Onision grew with it. Jackson amassed millions of subscribers across multiple channels, luring in viewers of his off-kilter, opinionated, and dark humor. But while his channels were twisted, his real life might be more sinister. This cutting-edge investigative series explores the mystery, controversy, and alleged criminality surrounding Greg Jackson, bringing forward new research and revelations about the man that YouTube community loves to hate. Now, in the
You know what's really blowing
here,
my mind before you go on? That Tom Arnold's sister is the queen of meth and created meth, essentially, in
Oh my God,
1984
no
in a
way.
cabin in
Ooh,
Iowa.
wow.
I'm sorry. I read
That
that.
explains a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Go on.
I guess
you
actually,
got
I
me
want to
hooked.
watch that.
I guess I read the wrong news here. This is way more important.
Yeah, queen of meth.
Do we still have Tom Arnold shouting out drunken peasants?
We do.
Have
Yeah, we do.
We have the fucking. What would he be if she's the queen of meth? Would he be like the Duke of meth?
Yeah.
Isn't he like the Dutch of vodka? No, it's Dan Aykroyd.
Is he?
Lord taps.
But it says here that the principal cast information is Greg Jackson.
Wow.
So usually when they have principal cast information, that means they have original footage from the person.
Wow.
Unless they're using archival footage for this that they got without his consent, I think that he got a nice payday from them to be a part of this.
Just from an outside perspective, it seems like he has a really good market in being hated, like kind of like a heel in professional wrestling, just socially, right?
Yeah,
it seems to be his butter because I mean, he hadn't done anything in his normal career for like 4 years. He's just been doing whatever the hell this is, which also feeds other channels too. So he's actually kind of an employer in a sense. But
he's like a mama bird for everybody in the commentary community.
Yeah.
They regurgitate some spits. I honestly think that this. So he told Realstream that he's not doing it though, but that's crazy that they have him credited as principal cast.
He must not understand his contract.
I mean,
then,
if you think about it, the documentary's got a center around him, so that's probably why.
True. I know for a fact that they offered me, money for the original clips that I had recorded myself with him. They didn't give me a price point because they were offering to buy the clips from me for the show, and I just stopped talking to them at some point because I just felt uncomfortable after the
would have
contract.
been an easy cash in, but you would have had to live with people like going, "Oh, I remember when Billy just like went to Discovery and spilled his guts like a."
Oh, I don't. I mean, I don't care about that. Like, they probably would have put the clip of him humping me over 1,000 times.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love
They
it.
definitely would have.
I wish.
But
you gonna regret that later? Maybe you want to be on Discovery cable TV, getting your ass humped by Onision. You know, it could be a big break.
This could be his Tiger King, right?
Yep.
So what would you replace the word tiger with?
Groomer King.
All right.
Oh,
That works pretty good. The Groomer King.
If the series was called OK Groomer, it should have been out a year ago.
Yeah.
Now it's like not a funny joke, but if a year ago OK Groomer would have been money.
That sounds like the name of a
Okay,
sitcom
Cupid.
almost.
Okay, groomer.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Shout out to White Devil 88 who said Ice Poseidon always wins 100.
Okay, cool.
I missed 2016 too, my dude.
Yeah, it feels like it was yesterday.
What about them
Sometimes, don't
blood
it?
sports, my dude?
My dude.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
2017 was
The
Ice
Kumite,
Poseidon.
I remember that. Oh.
Yeah,
Jeff's getting
2018.
PTSD flashbacks.
Ice
I
Poseidon.
am getting PTSD flashbacks. Oh my fucking god, man! Holy shit! Listen,
I like the old
when-
internet. It
when-
just gets worse and worse as time goes forward, but you got to move on from 2016. Man, it's done.
Yep.
All I'm gonna say is, like, over the past 2 years, the second most exciting stream I ever watched was when you and Joe went to Onision's house, Billy. The first one was when I thought I was gonna watch Andy Worski die in real life, but you know, we were like, But after that, you guys are close second. So congratulations.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm always second place to Andy Worski. He's such an alpha male.
Alpha man.
He's such an alpha Chad male.
Alpha.
Stay the fuck
Shut
back.
it.
I do like that part where he screeches about the gun. That always rings in my head as
We will
one
defend
of my favorite
ourselves.
outdoors moments with the firearm.
I had that as my ringtone for a short time. But even with how much I laughed about it, I couldn't. It was too obnoxious.
Oh yeah, no. I'm sorry, it's coming back to me now.
Yeah.
I forgot exactly what he said, but in just screaming in the road with a gun, "We will shoot you! We will shoot you!" I forgot what the exact quote was, but
It
he
was "Stay the fuck
shitting his
back.
britches.
We will defend ourselves." And hey, buddy, you're gonna get shot. Hey, buddy.
We will defend ourselves. We will defend ourselves. We will defend ourselves.
Yeah, we will defend ourselves. We will defend ourselves.
Aim.
Aim.
Oh man.
Aim. It's giving me
Like he's
AOL
not
and
prison for real.
flashbacks.
Oh God.
Sorry, I've just been thinking about 2016 ever since we talked about Onision, and it's coming back to me now.
Yeah, it does. It feels like the last 4 years have been nothing but a fucked up fever dream. That's for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
last 12 months.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're about to hit March again. It doesn't feel like we ever left it.
What if you wake up and it's all just a dream? That would actually suck.
Hell yeah, Groundhog's Day for everybody.
Fuck.
Oh shit. So, any final thoughts on this Onision stuff, or
he's a creep?
Ooh, oh, you know what? Speaking of 2016, someone just sent me a photo. Check this out.
Oh my God! Fuck.
He's a dangerous dude.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck
I
you,
need to subscribe to this guy's Gab.
We are Kekistan.
Hey, actually, we're on Parlor now, man. That's the
Parler.
whole.
I bust out my
man.
driver's license and sign up for Parlor for this guy.
I just did an epic cringe on the Drunken Peasants with my Kekarino friends.
This guy looks like he needs a Cosby cocktail, Jeff.
Oh fuck!
You need a cocktail. A little cock.
Jello pudding, as in putting this pill into your drinky drink.
I'm gonna pudding pop this into your behind.
How long has that drink been on tap? Don't worry about it. Just take a sip.
You know,
Pokemon.
The really
It's
funny thing
Pokemon.
is, the really funny thing is, I'm the one who I'm the one who accidentally made a hate movement, and the most recent like research paper into like the politics of YouTube listed me as far left.
Did they?
Oh man,
We were only
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, I'm far left, and like that pissed off Shu was like, "What the fuck? I'm labeled far right, and the creator of Kekistan is far left. Fuck you, Jeff." Yeah, sorry.
I think it's the what's her name? The association with what's her name? Tomi Lahren.
Who for Shu?
Yeah. Right?
No, she was never associated with Tomi Lahren. It was she was associated with Lauren Southern.
Oh,
like,
Lauren
4
Southern.
years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, Lauren Southern. That's
Yeah.
what it was. Yeah.
Tommy Sotomayor, I think, or one of those two had him on.
Tommy Sotomayor. Oh my God.
I never heard of that guy. I know Tommy Sodomizer, but not Sotomayor. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, Lauren Southern. That's who it was. I knew it was some like right-wing blonde woman.
How dare you be friends with people on the other side? We're gonna label the shit at you now.
I think people
Painful
were.
ground.
I don't know. A lot of people. Shit. God, the stream was like spinning. It's like buffering right
Shit.
now. God.
Oh, shit.
God. All right.
Not for me.
The
Hey,
biggest,
my
yeah,
camera
it's
blanked
good now.
out again. Let's
The
turn that
biggest-
exposure back up.
The biggest, like, the biggest boost this show ever got, right, was from CNN when they called it an obscure alt-right podcast.
Covering the Milo thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm surprised that we were in the left.
Hacker knows
That was
4chan.
over a year after that had actually happened, too. Like the CNN exposure and Milo losing his book and getting fired from Breitbart and all of that shit happened a year after Milo was actually on.
Is he even still relevant, Milo? I haven't heard about him in a long.
I
fucking
mean, he's
time.
still around, but he's not.
Yeah.
He was going off on his Telegram for a while and like throwing out. He was like exposing all this fucked up behavior from some of the other alt-right people that he used to hang out with and shit, which is really entertaining and really interesting. But then I guess he just gave up. Nobody's giving him any money.
Baked Alaska used to work for him. Because I remember when I was doing email correspondence with him, I'm pretty sure that's who I was communicating with.
That's how I met Baked Alaska. Was actually when I met Milo. So he was doing like footage recording for him and shit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Baked Alaska's a dumbass in real life. He's just a fucking. I mean, obviously everybody.
I wasn't doubting it.
He's kind of like.
I haven't heard that name for a while either.
He
I
reminds
remember
me of
seeing
like
him screaming in a parking lot. That's my only exposure to the guy.
He's like a dumb frat boy, basically. That's what he reminds
I
me.
remember Medicare fucking going off on him a while ago.
I just think one of my friends got banned off Twitter for calling him I think he said something like, "Go take a long walk off a short pier," and he got banned off Twitter for a violent threat over that.
Oops. That's pretty tame for as far as violent threats go. Telling somebody to take a walk. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't have him walk further across the dock to go into the water and drown. Okay,
that would be a death threat.
That's the old adage.
I have a video for you, Jeff. It's Nick Fuentes complaining about how people treat him like garbage.
Oh,
well,
Nicky the knife.
First
he looks
is
like garbage,
inevitable.
though.
It's unstoppable. Couple of things. Says, I went to the post office yesterday without a mask. I was expecting a confrontation, but nothing happened. I'm not even in a small town. What gives? I don't know, man. Around here, they give me such a hard time everywhere. People give me a hard time everywhere regardless, even if I'm not wearing a mask. I get treated like garbage around here. I literally feel like the Joker all the time. What does he say?
Okay. Okay.
I'm still saying this is just Tim and Eric, man. This is like satire, right?
The worst part about this is like so it's pretty common lore that Nick Fuentes is obsessed with the movie Joker. So that's the Joker that he really, really likes. That's not a good person to be. No. That's not a good thing to aspire to.
He's not a good Christian Joker, no.
Look, Jeff, I put this paint on my face so I don't have to wear a mask.
Oh, my fucking Christ.
My favorite part about the Joker was when he really pushed a political sentiment from the right wing and about family values. Joker loves that too.
He's very big.
He was on the
family
police's
values,
side.
like shooting a guy in the face on TV.
Hey, dude, blue lives matter, just like Joker says.
That's fucking good, dude.
If I was laying in the street, you'd walk right over me. I pass you every day and you don't notice me. Oh, but because Thomas Wayne went and cried about them on TV? So true. It's so true. I feel like that all the time. Forget the masks. The other day I was at the post office and I've got like all these boxes in my hand and I exit the post office. I'm in the vestibule and I hold the door open for these two women. And I've got a ton of stuff in my hand, and I open the door for them anyway. And they walk right in, don't say anything. They're talking to each other. I turn in the door. I said, "Hey, you're welcome." And then I left. They didn't even acknowledge that.
Maybe if you weren't an asshole, people would treat you nicer.
Yeah.
I open the door for people, and they walk right through. I'm like, "Oh, good, they got through the door." And I go about my day. I'm not like, "Hey, I did a minor thing for you. Where's my blowy, please?"
Why? Like, it's weird because like you could tell this really bothered him too. Because otherwise, why in the fuck would you even waste time on your on his admittedly pretty popular show to be like, you know what really bothers me? When people are rude. Now let's talk about the Jews. What the fuck, dude?
Even the other day, me and Jaden are at the airport, and he steps up to, so when you're in line to get your ID and your ID checked, and then they scan your boarding pass before you get into security. So Jaden is at the front of the line. The guy who's in front of him goes to put his stuff on the conveyor belt, whatever. And Jaden steps up, and it's this big black woman, of course, at the TSA in D.C.
This big black woman.
Of course.
I like how he looks up when he says that, because he's used to looking up to people. Like, if I said anything female, I would not look up towards this guy. I'd be like, I
get to the TSA line. Of course, I got to look up. I didn't have the platforms in my shoes.
And she's like, up, and then she patted me down.
Excuse me, sir. I didn't tell you to step up yet.
Shapiro picked me up.
It's like it's a fucking line, you retarded idiot, you stupid dummy. It's a line. One person is done, they step aside, then the next person steps forward. So she's like, excuse me, sir, I didn't tell you to step in line. Get back in line. And it's like she changes shifts with some other guy, and then he's like, okay, now you could step forward. And then Jaden goes...
He's getting at his nose and, like, just playing with his nose like it's nobody's business.
Dude, he's made his nose bleed, and he's eaten a booger before, too.
Oh, man. Somebody's got a little fixation on his nose there. It's kind of...
I wasn't eating a booger, I was recycling.
Right.
Everybody watching, like this stream for booger eating Nick.
Booger Nick.
Most people don't know that's literally what paleoconservative means. It's the caveman recycling of your own boogers to store nutrients in your body. That's what paleoconservative means.
I'm a paleo-conservative. I recycle my boogers and my semen.
True.
Oh, I bet if he breaks the no fat promise, I'm sure he just shoots it right into his mouth.
He had to go for whatever reason. He couldn't just walk through the one thing. He had to go on the one where you put your hands up.
Been listening since 2016 through iTunes. Have a rare chance to watch the stream tonight. Love you guys.
Nice.
You've got me through a lot of hard times.
Thank you,
Adam. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adam.
That is very kind of you, and I'm glad that you've been rolling with us this entire time. Thank you for
and for
giving us
whatever
some love
reason,
when you're live.
Yeah.
And it's activated. He steps out and he goes, well, I have like metal zippers. Could that be it? And she goes, it's not a metal detector, sir. And I look over and I'm like,
it's not her fault, you're stupid.
Go, yeah, Jade. And I said, it's not a metal detector. And she's giving me the stink eye. I'm just glaring right at her.
I mean, it's not a metal detector.
Maybe because you're a total cunt.
I bet she felt really threatened by your 5'1" ass or whatever.
Yeah. You know what?
I kicked her in the shin.
There's a video of him arguing with teenage girls at a mall, him in Baked Alaska.
Yeah.
And some of them were as tall, if not taller than him. So
for somebody who truly believes he's superior to everyone else, he sure does get down toe to toe and dogfight with these people he thinks are beneath him.
So then I laughed at them, and my mommy laughed at them, and she pushed me all the way out to the end of the TSA checkpoint.
And I started to suck my thumb, but halfway through I realized it was Bake Alaska's dad.
I'm like, yeah, these people are a joke. So this is everywhere. And it's the mask, too. Everywhere I go with the mask. We were at that Fogo de Chao place, which is stupid as hell, by the way.
Oh, my God, no! This is the worst thing he's ever said! No!
He has tried to write off the Holocaust. He has tried to write off the Holocaust by using Cookie Monster stories. What? That was bad. That was unforgivable.
Jesus Christ.
He has went out with Catboy on a mandate and then rescinded any involvement with his homosexual gay lover Catboy.
That is the most hateful thing.
Like that. It's not like that, guys. He watched a Hitler documentary. He's okay. He's okay.
Yeah. That was unforgivable.
He's
not liking Fogo de Chao. This is not something we have to forgive him for.
That's worse than Hitler. That is worse than Hitler.
This is proof that he's not actually a real person. He is some sort of amalgamated garbage pile because you don't like Fogo de Chao. You can complain about paying $70 for dinner and a drink.
Just go for lunch. It's $20 cheaper.
Yeah, you can complain about that, but to not like it, to not like unlimited Brazilian meats brought to you by men holding skewers and swords and carving at your table, when you have a little beacon that you flip from green to red meaning stop, I've had enough meat, which is rare.
You
green
get me
meaning
drunk.
Keep the meats coming. You have a problem, Nick Fuentes. The problem is you're not real.
He looks
You're
like he's just taking the
figment of
biggest
your
surprise shit.
emasculation.
Well, Billy, maybe if they brought unlimited soy to the table, his appetite might be improved.
Never eat there again. Oh, you pay $100 and
It's not $100, and actually, if you like I said, if you go during lunch, it's significantly cheaper. If you go like before dinner time.
And let's put it this way: even if it was $100, it's worth it. I'm sorry, it's unlimited.
Is that place that you took me, Ben?
Yeah.
The first time. Dude, that shit was awesome.
It's good food. I mean, you can't deny
Happy
that.
Friday,
It is
dudes.
pricey, but it's not bad. Like he's complaining about it like it's gross or something. I don't understand. I don't think he understands what good food is.
Obviously not.
No.
He prefers his proteins and liquids.
It's like
so,
it's like there's a salad
drink my
bar.
lunch.
There's a salad bar with cheese and cured meats on it. You get that unlimited, and then they bring you this grilled meat, like all different types: lamb, pork, beef, everything, like garlic, like all different kinds.
so it's like a buffet that's not a ripoff.
And
They
it's
actually have
unlimited.
good food instead of heat lamp garbage.
It's also like the only part that's the most like a buffet is the salad bar. The rest is just everything's just they just plop it on your fucking plate.
They carve it
that
at your
sounds really
table,
good.
table side. They carve it table side. But I did actually. I want to play this clip of
Like a
Nick.
hibachi joint. That sounds good.
Nick's explaining further why he doesn't like Fogo. I found this
Okay.
on his Twitter. I'm gonna play it 1 second. All right. Why pay $100 for all you can eat meats and delicious foods when I can eat my boogers for free until my nose bleeds?
I mean, economically speaking, he kind of has a point, but gross, buddy. Real gross.
You get 5 ounces of
I'm a true paleo.
Got a little neck gross going on.
meat and all these vegetables. Really? Like I'm an idiot? That's for honestly, that's for people that don't know any better. You go to a nice steakhouse.
It's not just it's everything. Like there's everything, and there's vegetables, but then there's also all types of cheese and salami, just like
I'm sure
everything.
if you just sit there and ask for chicken tenders, they'll probably bring them to you. Most high scale restaurants have those.
dip my nuggets in?
And maybe you don't have a Fogo de Chao in your neighborhood. Maybe you don't have a Fogo de Chao anywhere near your city. Look for Rodizio online. If this entices your tummy, go to it's a Rodizio. It's a Brazilian barbecue. They have Rodizios all over that aren't Fogo de Chao. Go to a Rodizio if you want to have the meat sweats. It's like sex, but you don't have to deal with other humans' consent.
Someone
you have all the control over consent. They give
Are
you a
you
little
saying they have
beacon.
human meat?
Someone in the chat said it's $36.95 for lunch and $52.95 for dinner. That's what it is before
for an upper scale place, that's pretty fair. I
Yeah,
pay more.
well,
at
it's all you can eat.
steakhouses.
So
And
dude,
not even all you can eat. I've been places where it's like $120 for a steak, and it's a big ass steak, and I do want it.
I would
I'm
not
not spending that much, but I mean, this sounds like you're getting you're getting the whole cow.
They usually have 7 different cuts of beef and then a few other options like a Parmesan pork.
And lamb.
They'll bring out chicken wings sometimes, lamb. They'll bring out all types of good stuff. They have buffalo.
Usually when I go there, it's the only meal I'm eating that day. It's because you just fill yourself. You wait until dinner time and you haven't eaten all day, and then you go. Then you can fill up on that stuff.
You get a
I can see
16
why
ounce.
you couldn't stand it. Sounds
steak.
too nice,
Yeah.
You pay a lot of money, but you get what you pay for. You go to Fogo de Chao, and they're like, oh, here's a stupid-ass buffet, load up on vegetables, and then we're going to bring you your steak one piece at a time. Yeah, because you're going to get 16 ounces pulling on one fucking piece at a time, right? Give me a break.
Maybe you can't. I don't know. Maybe your skills are that limited.
I just want to say Nick
This is a
is
very
the
specific rant.
Nick is the most cockiest alpha presenting person ever. But he can't ask the fucking waiter for a couple extra ounces of meat when he brings an entire rack of meat to the table, and you can literally ask for any meat you want, and they'll bring it to you. But he's not alpha enough to be like, hey, cut me off a few more slices. Is that what you're telling me, Nick? Is that you're a beta pussy bitch that can't even ask for meat that you paid for?
You remember when he was whining about
more pieces of chicken nuggies?
Yeah, this is beyond. This is beyond garbage dome.
Do you remember when he was whining
It's
about
just,
the burger?
Okay, look, it's a sheltered take to be angry at the service at a restaurant like that because I know most of us have worked in service. Those people, they'll give you the extra food if you ask for it, and if they don't, well, you'll know. I mean, it's an adult thing to go to a restaurant and
they literally want to dump as much of it as possible on you because then they go get a new meat. And they don't have to sit here with an old meat. They want to get rid of the meat. It's in their best interest to dump the meat so they get a fresh one so people enjoy the fresh meat.
Yeah, they'll cut off like a third of it.
One of these places, who's going to have the bigger tantrum?
Yeah.
There you go.
So we're in line there, and they've got to
it's not even like a taboo. Like they want you to eat all you can eat. That's the point of Rodizio. They don't want to limit you at all. They want you to take as much as you have and leave with your belly full. He's literally only being a pussy by not getting enough meat on his plate.
Yeah, here's some.
Oh fuck!
Here's some photo. Yeah, yeah, they carve it right there.
When this guy comes to your table in his little caballero,
he's a gaucho.
Show porn on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. He was intimidated by the big scary man with a knife.
Yeah. Oh, he's like, this guy must be illegal. He's got a knife. He's gonna cut me.
My real problem is I didn't know if I could take that much meat.
It could.
Yeah.
Look at they come to your meat with these skewers.
You can't
these
shut his mouth.
sausages.
So.
They come to your
here's
they
the
want
sausage.
to feed you this food.
Fuck
oh my god!
Damn.
Here's the market table. It's awesome.
Rip-off buffet
They've
with
got-
vegetables on
it's
it.
like-
I don't like peas.
It's like all like cold cut type stuff, like cured meats and shit, and then like stuff like rice and couscous and all sorts of other stuff that you can.
My arteries are looking at each other right now and just shaking their heads.
Bunch of accoutrements. and then on top of it, they at the Fogo that we go to, Ben, the Fogo we go to, they have a big old banquet bucket of buttered bacon. Like,
Yes.
or was it peppered bacon?
No, it's candied bacon with
Candied
red
bacon,
pepper
yeah.
flakes on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
big
fuck.
old baby bacon banquet bucket.
Yeah.
And you
Man,
get
fuck
all
this guy. He's not American.
Fuentes
if he hates
shows
that
how
meat.
big
There's
dick
also
is.
this Brazilian bean soup that they serve there that's really good. That's right next to the market table. And I'll tell you what, also
She said it was this big.
if you'd like to have a cocktail, the caipirinhas, very good. The Brazilian cocktail, so good.
Yeah.
at the
They
buffet.
usually have fruity flavors of rum. It's a fruit rum drink.
Yes.
They
I think
send
it's
somebody
rum as well.
It's not even technically rum. It's like this special Brazilian liquor, but it's related to
to
rum.
escort you through the buffet line.
Aim of this is a
1-to-1. They send you a server in the buffet line. And you hold out your plate and they say, "Do you want this?" Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're doing that now because of COVID. You used to be able to just get it for yourself, but this isn't Fogo's problem. This is COVID.
They're trying to protect you from dying.
And by the way, this is the liquor that they put in a
heard
caipirinha. It's called I don't even know how to say it.
Cachaça.
Yes.
Cachaça is fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah.
It's like rum, but rum is usually made from molasses these days and not like old timey sugarcane, which cachaça actually is.
So a
That shit'll
caipirinha,
fuck you up.
a caipirinha is almost like a margarita, but like with this shit in it. And it's really
You
good.
want to get really full and really drunk.
Yes.
And they put it on. Is that enough? Yeah. How about this? How about this? How about this? How about the zucchini? How about... And throughout this, I'm like answering him. I've got my plate. And throughout, it's like you're talking. The mask is slipping. Sir, could you put your mask back over... Sir, could you put your mask back over your nose? I'm going to put this plate on your fucking face in 2 seconds.
You're not going to do shit, pussy.
He's just angry about the mask because he can't get at them sweet, delicious boogers with that shit on.
Boogers.
And the same thing, I go to the post office, I go to the airport, everywhere I go. Could you put it over your nose? It's not all the way on.
Dude, here's a tip. You know what the problem is? Maybe it's you, you tremendous, astronomically huge asshole.
Yes.
I did an entire Halloween out in the middle of like Texas heat with the gas mask on for a gag. It was just for Halloween, a real gas mask. And I breathed through, you got to like force yourself to breathe through that.
Yeah.
Did a whole 8-hour shift through that. Was just fine. So why can't this guy breathe through cloth?
He's a mangina.
It's hard. It's difficult.
It's really it's easier than putting your underpants on in the morning, little guy.
It's not
pushing me
even
to the
difficult.
break.
These people just want to be difficult. They're the difficult things.
Right.
The humans that I can't wear a mask. Well, you know what else you can't do? Can't go to my store. You can't be in my presence. My friend always goes to the grocery store at the same time I do, right before closing, late at night. And he's like this anti-mask dude. He never wears his mask in the store. Nobody gives him shit about it at all. He just walks in and it's like, I'm looking, I'm like, dude, how could you do that? He's like, I never really let people tell me what to do. And I was like, I guess,
I never really let people tell me what to do, so that's why I died of COVID.
I know.
Nobody just wants to fight with those people. Like, minimum wage worker, Walmart don't want to fight. I'll fight with them at my place, but I mean, we make more money up there, so man, it should be legal for me to slap them.
Yeah.
I like that. That'd be nice.
So
I'm
if
never
you
gonna get
told
through
him,
the video, too many delicious Brazilian meats and making fun of his face.
if you told him not to blow his brains out, would he just do it?
Yeah.
Nobody tells
Maybe.
me what to do.
That'd be so awesome.
Break.
Wait,
You
They're
know,
pushing me
if
to a
all the
breaking
libs weren't shooting themselves.
Somebody told me to try out
yeah.
for Nirvana.
with all this stuff. Everybody in the super chats, nobody gives me a hard time. People here, they treat you like garbage. You go to the drive-thru, they don't.
People here. Oh, you mean wherever you happen to be? I mean,
People here in my super chat donation feed of free money treat me like a god, but when I go to the Brazilian restaurant, the spooky Mexican guy with the knives makes me shit my little diaper. It's so sheltered. That's the most sheltered thing I've heard in a long ass time.
It's not my fault I shudder with fear every time I hear the name Ricardo.
I tell you, one of these days, man. Sometimes I drive away from the Taco Bell drive-thru, and I'm like, I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna come back here. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm coming back there with.
Short ass Nick
I think the
Fuentes.
FBI would like to know.
Short ass Nick Fuentes in his fucking stupid business suits making the sequel to Falling Down to be so tiny it's falling up.
He's gonna show the minimum wage workers how to give him the proper nuggets like mommy did.
Listen here, Taco Bell. I love the way you give me the shits and make my boogers spicy the next day.
Listen, look. I gotta be honest though here. Like, listen, Nick, don't listen to these guys. Don't listen to them at all. I think that you should continue to act like a tough guy and tell us what you're gonna do to the Taco Bell, because I really want to see the footage of you crying in handcuffs. Yeah. Holy fucking shit, dude. My dick will get so fucking hard. Holy fuck.
I don't think Nick would
him
last
and Michael
very
Douglas
long.
might be midgets, but
I don't think Nick would do very well in jail.
No. I think he'd do
no.
fucking great, dude.
He'd be passed around like a lighter.
He'd be great entertainment for the other inmates. I'll
He
tell you
wouldn't be.
that.
He wouldn't be Nicky the Knife. He'd be Nicky the cigarette racket, because he'd be earning. He'd be earning
the
everybody
bike.
smokes. Yeah, Nicky the bike. If he goes to prison, he can be who he wants to be. He can be happy little Nick. He doesn't have to worry about hiding his homosexuality behind this feigned Nazi propaganda.
Nicky the flashlight, man.
He could actually be with the Nazis in the prison. They're going to put him in there. I don't know. He's actually got Fuentes as a last name. Prison might not be good for him. They might be like, hell no, you can't go with the whites, Fuentes. They send him the other way. He's like, I swear I've been a good Nazi this entire time. I swear, look at my YouTube. We don't get
he'd
YouTube.
just take it, just like he does at the restaurant. He'd just like look down and be like, okay, I guess I'll go into the camp. He wouldn't do nothing.
Oh, no.
Nah, he'd just take it. Look at him.
Yeah,
I think he'd be very happy if those Nazis took him in and had sex with him all the time.
Anytime
He looks like a guy who does too much coke.
Anytime we make fun of Nick Fuentes, a bunch of his followers, that he has like these really insecure followers that have to like come comment on any videos critical of him. And they always bring up how Nick Fuentes has more followers and views. It's like, yeah, he has more white nationalist followers and views. I don't want any of them. Like, I'm not envious of his audience in any way, shape, or form. He can keep them.
Well, you know what? He can get all the views he wants, but he's still going to be 5'1".
Yeah.
He's 5'7". Look, we shouldn't make fun of people's height.
Oh,
because
5'7", I'm sorry.
At the end of the day, you know, tall people really do have privilege, and it's not fair for all the short people out there to be born just,
I'm being a little bigoted, I know.
below. Because tall people, they are better. We can all agree tall people are the best people on earth. That's privilege.
Yeah, I mean, Billy, it's good for you to stick up
anybody.
for people who are actually tall, since you're not really tall. There's been so many taller people than you. I don't know.
My new bull.
I mean, that guy is like what? Almost a foot taller than you.
Say he's pretty tall.
Yeah, he is tall. The difference between him and you, like, there's a lot of tallness. You're at the bottom of the tall spectrum. You're on the cusp of the average and tall spectrum.
Yeah, because I'm not greedy. I don't want to take too much, just enough.
You don't choose how tall you are. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I think when I was born, before I was born, I remember talking to God, and he was like, okay, you can be the tallest man, or you can be very tall and
you wouldn't
want to
be the tallest man.
It's like a character creation.
He was like,
screen.
Billy, you can either be the tallest man, or you can be the sweetest man, or you can be the most handsome man, or you could be just fine in all three.
Seriously,
just
though,
tall, just sweet enough and just handsome enough.
Seriously,
I said, God, I'll take all three.
You wouldn't want to be. You wouldn't want to be the tallest man because, like, Robert Wadlow, he died when he was like 22 years
in his
old.
Early 20s.
Yeah.
But we'll still be shorter than him no matter what.
Dude,
you know there's a cast of Robert Wadlow's shoes here in Seattle at the Pike Place Market.
I think one of his actual shoes is here because his shoes got stolen and I don't think he ever came back to get them. You got to pay like $0.25 to see them too. It's this, because Pike Place Market is this, for people watching who don't know, it's this huge market in downtown Seattle. It's on the waterfront. It's over 100 years old. It's got a lot of old stuff. It's really cool. Every tourist should visit it at least once. And so the tallest man in recorded history, Robert Wadlow, he was like almost 8 feet tall, right? Or was he almost 9 feet tall? I can't remember.
Yeah, he was 8'11".
8'11", almost 9 feet tall. They robbed him of 1 inch, basically. He also had the largest feet in recorded history. Someone stole his giant shoe. And back then, like, Seattle was far the fuck away from everything else. So I don't know if he ever came back for it. I think that the shoe was there. You could actually see it, but maybe it's fake.
It probably is. I think it is there. Yeah. I love Ben. I love that you're remembering Robert Wadlow right now.
I love Robert Wadlow, man. I think they should make a movie about it, but they're gonna have to use CGI to make it because no one.
Or they could use Hobbit technique where they have like Frodo stand in the background.
Forced perspective. Yeah.
But I want to thank you, Ben, for bringing up Robert Wadlow again. He's 8'11", and
Here
a lot
he
of
is.
A lot of people don't remember him. If he was a foot taller, I think that everybody would remember him. At 8'11", he's still
Look at him.
forgettable. But 9'11",
How the
never
fuck is he
forget.
forgettable?
At 9'11", you never forget. I was trying to make a 9'11"
Man.
joke.
Imagine being that guy and dropping your
I
wallet.
got it. I picked up on it right away.
My joke got stepped on more than the coke that Nick Fuentes does.
These are all perfectly normal. Actually, I think this is his family. All right, I believe that's his mom and his dad on the right, and that's him. Towards the end of his life, actually, he's 22 here. He looks like he's 50 something.
Can you imagine you're in the kitchen helping cook dinner and you flip around with a hot turkey in your hand and you accidentally cock slap your mom?
That does raise an interesting question, doesn't it?
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Mom.
Was it proportionate? Do you think? You think it was proportionate?
No.
Probably.
I don't care if he had a nub, dude. Those
What do you
fingers
think he's
alone.
holding? That's not a cane. He's holding his dick.
He's got
That's his dick brace, yes.
got
It's to
10
keep it all in one place.
He's got 10 massive dicks right here. Doesn't matter if he's got a nub in the front. He could walk into a brothel like this, and just everybody would start cooming.
Here's his high school graduation.
He looks like a crazy shade.
Here's a life-size statue of him.
Jeez.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Tall ass.
Damn.
I bet you he had some of the weirdest sex.
You can tell
I
he's a kid here. He's
Yeah.
He's saluting.
Oh yeah. All he needs is a little bit of a tilt. He just needs a. Good thing he's that tall, right? Good thing that person's that much shorter than him, so his arm is straight. Yeah.
This guy must be
like
about.
Hitler, too.
This guy must be like over 6 feet. That he's hiling.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, here he is inside of like a train station or something, or a hotel. See the elevator? He couldn't even get in that shit.
Oh,
He'd literally have to like kneel and he'd still be touching the ceiling.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
This guy
So
kicks
it's a genetic thing that made him like that.
Yeah. It was his, as you could
Interesting.
see, like the people in his family weren't huge. Yeah, he had a tumor on his pituitary gland. That's what
You
caused
guys are
that.
such haters. You don't have an argument. That's why you're looking at Robert Wadlow after Nick Fuentes.
What? Did someone say that?
Yep.
No, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be in the fucking comments section.
No, this is way better to go on.
I can watch him eat the rest of his boogers. I don't mind waiting for him to finish his meal. It's cool.
Robert Wadlow's a palate cleanser for this fucking trash human.
Yeah.
Kidding. I disavow violence. I disavow the kind of one man against the world violence when you go off against people that maybe have it coming. I disavow that. I'm just joking. It's just a bit. It's just a little
joke,
bit of,
bro.
This is a
extended
joke. You won't see
that
me
we
on
do
Fox
the
News
show.
in 3 more days.
But it's so true. Anyway, but I
It's
did.
just
I
a
did
joke.
Masturbated to falling
And
down.
It's like
It's just
I'll
a
go to
joke,
Taco
but it's so true.
Bell.
What?
They don't even put any meat in the tacos, or they.
Yeah, that's how he gets away with everything he says. He says it's all just a joke. So like anything racist that he does end up saying, he will say is just a joke, and you're trying to censor him.
Why are
Trying
you
to censor
running?
his
It's just a
jokes.
joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give
It's
me a
just a
completely
prank, bro.
wrong order. I pay $15 at Taco Bell to get all the good stuff. A cheesy gordita
Taco
crunch.
Bell is not good shit. That's last resort food. That's like
It is.
you're
Yeah.
drunk and it's like 1 a.m. and everything else that's good is closed. That's what it
For
is.
fast food, it's
If
a last
Cookout is
resort.
closed, then Taco Bell is the last resort.
He's saying he enjoys spending $15 at Taco Bell, but not $100 at
What?
Fogo de Chao. We have a problem here, Nick.
Right. Dude,
Really?
that money proportionately, yes, you're right. Because we
He
just...
doesn't want that foreign food, that bullshit foreign Brazilian food. He wants that Taco Bell, man.
I'm not stink shaming Taco Bell, by the way. If you love
Stink
Taco Bell,
shaming.
if you love Taco Bell, eat your Taco Bell. I probably gained about 100 pounds on just Taco Bell in my
Something
life.
tells me that Billy stink shamed a Taco Bell bathroom more than once.
Ooh, I don't think I'm allowed back in Whataburger.
Whataburger, yeah, yep.
A crunch wrap, grilled cheese burrito, whatever. And then I get home and it's all the wrong stuff. I'm paying $15 for like 3 tacos.
Oh.
And I'm like, man, I'm going to go back there. They're not going to like what happens next.
Why don't you check your order
What I'm
before
gonna do
you...
to their bathroom?
Hold on. What smart people do is they check their order before they leave. They don't wait till they get home to see if it's right. You look at it, and if it's wrong, you go, hey, this is wrong.
He's the kind of guy who would do that and eat it anyway, and then go back to get his money back.
Right.
Taco Bell is usually pretty good when I go there compared to other places. Like I was getting fucked over by McDonald's a lot, Jack in the Box a lot. But Taco Bell was always pretty solid with me. It must just be the staff at Taco Bell
each
in my area.
franchise is different. Like it depends, because most of them are franchised. So it depends on how, the regional manager runs the place. I used to live near the headquarters of Wendy's, like the world headquarters of Wendy's. And there was a restaurant.
St. Thomas Land.
Yeah. And there was a restaurant across the street from that building. And in the building, they had like a little museum of Wendy's. There was like all this like nostalgic shit from the original Wendy's and stuff. But that line, I never waited more than like 3 minutes in the drive-thru, and everything was perfect every time. Never one thing wrong or out of place.
Hot drinks really.
Yeah, you gotta find that you got to find that one Taco Bell or Whataburger or whatever that treats you right, and then you go out of your way like 5 or 10 minutes on the way home to go to that one. And you don't go to the one right next to where you are, right out of the way from where you find that good one. You go there, you get your good food. You can't just go to each of these expecting it to be like a bag of Cheetos. There's like, those are made by a machine. These are ran by people.
I love a green chili double from Whataburger.
Oh, yeah.
The green chili double.
The A1 thick and hearty every time that's in there. I'm like, man, I shouldn't be getting this,
The
but here I am.
spicy ketchup. The spicy ketchup that Whataburger has is so good, dude. And you'll just poop spicy ketchup forever, but it'll be worth it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Carl's Jr.
Burn your asshole. It'll be worth it.
Carl's Jr. is good to me. I don't know, as far as like fast food burger places go, I think that's my favorite.
I had to get used to the fact that it's called Hardee's in every other part of the country except for out there and in the West Coast where I'm from.
Carl's Jr. is good. It's okay.
When I drove from Wyoming to Seattle in one day, I had Hardee's and Carl's Jr. in the same day.
That's called the Mandela effect.
Yeah,
I used to
my body shut down after that.
I used to work at a place where a Carl's Jr. was literally like right outside the parking lot of the work. So I ate enough of it to where I got sick of it, and now it doesn't seem quite so good.
The only thing I'll eat from them usually, if I really need it, is like their breakfast burritos are pretty good. But
Had their breakfast burger?
No, not yet.
Breakfast burger is nutty. You get like, I'm pretty sure it's the Monster Burger, the Monster Breakfast Burger. It's got the big meat patty. I think it's like a third.
Have you heard of the green burrito? Because that's a thing that like was part of Carl's Jr. for a while. Have you heard of that?
No, Jeff. That unlike us, you plan to live past 40.
Like,
yeah, right.
Like Carl's Jr. had green burritos inside of them.
Oh fuck!
Only some.
Well, there was actually those out here. Yeah.
There was like a franchise deal with that. It's not every Carl's Jr. though, and like a bunch of them that used to have it don't have it anymore.
In New Mexico, when I lived there, they had it, and they had like a salsa bar in it too.
Right.
It was.
They still have one of those in Port Angeles. There's a Carl's Jr. green burrito. I was just up there. Oh, yeah. It's delicious.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Good on cheap fast food. Again, you just got to find that restaurant that ain't like packed with losers. You got to find the one packed with people that care about their job, and it can be the worst one. You could hate Taco. You could like Taco Bueno. I don't like that place, but when I go to one when everybody's doing everything and it's all on point, it's always perfect.
They have
like,
Taco
okay,
Bueno
well,
in New Mexico
it's good.
also. Yeah.
In my fattest.
Harris is asking about Killer Burger. That's funny. I actually had Killer Burger tonight. I had a fucking Tima. It was amazing. Killer Burger's awesome.
Damn. Oh damn. Oh damn. I had in my fattest timeline, when I was at my fattest, most degenerate feeding frenzy, I would go to this Krispy Kreme Jack in the Box that were in the same parking lot.
And
I would go to Jack in the Box. No, I'd go to Krispy Kreme. I would get warm up donuts. Then I would drive into the Jack in the Box drive-through. It was like you do a figure 8 to go into both of them. And then I'd go get some from Jack in the Box, and then I'd figure 8 back into the Krispy Kreme again and hit the Krispy Kreme another time. And then usually I'd be done after doing the Krispy Kreme to Jack's to Krispy Kreme. But this parking lot also doubled as where all the prostitutes in Seattle congregate.
Nice.
So I'm rolling through getting fat as hell, and they're all thinking I'm trying to pick them up. So I got these dumpy streetwalkers roll up the windows while I'm stuffing my face with donuts. And they're like, do you want a little suck it, Papa? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm eating my donuts now. Maybe you can come back later. I might need somebody to lick the sauce off my face. I got one of them out of napkins. And then
have you heard of Chico's Tacos in El Paso?
No.
All right.
It's
kind of misleading that they're called tacos because they're more like taquitos or flautas, and they serve it almost in like red chili soup. Like, so it's cheese covered flautas in like a red chili.
No.
Oh, dude. It's like
it's clearly going to give you diarrhea, but it looks delicious, man.
It's the most famous place in El Paso.
My butthole is stinging looking at this, but it looks so good.
It's like that weird regional local Mexican food restaurant.
Yeah.
Those things kick ass.
El Paso tradition.
Yep.
Chico's Tacos.
Yes.
Yeah, you almost can't go wrong with the little Mexican food restaurants around here. They're basically all good. Because, you know,
in between looking like it's in Mad Max, the El Paso has that. Nice.
Yeah, the food's still good in the apocalypse.
Yeah,
so, you know,
it fucking does,
Mexico.
too. El Paso, Texas seriously looks like a wasteland.
It is. It's totally a wasteland.
Yeah,
I felt so
For some reason, when I lived in Albuquerque, most of my friends that were of Mexican ancestry, their grandparents lived in El Paso for some reason.
I felt kind of shook when I was in El Paso. I was driving the RV that I was doing the road trip on, for those of you that know about battle cam days. And me and Joe were in the RV and some other people. And we're rolling through El Paso, and you look over the hill and you can see Juarez down just over a valley.
Did you go through
Juarez,
a border
Mexico.
checkpoint? Because there's checkpoints
Yeah.
like within our own borders that you get stopped at. Yeah.
We went through a border checkpoint. I'm like, are we going into Mexico on accident?
Right.
And they're like, no, it's just a border checkpoint to go through United States. Like, this doesn't register. Why? And I guess we had a whole bunch of weed in the RV at the time. I don't know.
Uh-oh. At least they weren't looking for that. They were just looking for, other people probably.
Yeah.
But you never know. Cop has a bad day now. It's your bad day, huh?
Cop has a bad day. It's because I had to step up and put him in his place.
Give him the old Fuentes. You're going to cry in his lap and beg him, please, no, please.
Tickle his ball bag and make him call me Daddy.
Oh, yeah. I'll play the end of this.
I'm going to unload
let's hear
a
the
lot
rest
of
of the
sauce. No, I'm kidding. Kidding. We disavow that. We disavow. Violence of all kinds. Disavow. I'm not a violent person. I have never been engaged in violence ever in my life.
Because you're
not a
never will
violent
be, 'cause
person.
you're
I'm a
big
man.
You never left your
I'm
house.
a man of the word, of reason.
As soon as the cops show up to the Tiki Torch rally, he's hightailing it out of there.
As soon as the lady that's thrice his size steps up to him, his words kind of stop. He shuts up. I'm a man of words. We saw him when he was talking to those 16-year-old little girls and acting like big boss, making them cry. And then that big old woman comes up like, what's going on here? And he's like, well, I'm just going to not use my words.
Yep.
Because I'm worried I'll get the shit kicked out of me because I'm a pussy.
It's pretty easy to be a nonviolent person when you're the least intimidating person on the planet.
Right?
Yeah.
Do that.
So I looked up and saw Prince. Look.
I don't even care that we keep stopping on the video. It's really hard not to rip into this guy,
Yeah,
Everything
and
you
that's
stop
the end
on
of it.
too is a good thumbnail. Like his fucking face is just so weird from emotion to emotion. He's just
The only thing I feel bad about is that he's young, he's a little guy, and maybe he got a little bit too much too quick, right? Maybe he'll regret it later.
He's been doing this.
Who cares? He'll learn. He'll come back.
He's been like this for years.
I think he's been doing this alt-right shit since he was like 16 or 17. I remember him going back like 3 or 4 years now. So
Like being 16 years old and indoctrinated into a political ideology of any kind is already kind of like abnormal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit.
Tends to drive, and most people I see that have fallen into that either go crazy or kind of bounce back and go, look, I didn't mean line them all against the wall and shoot them. I was just really angry at my parents, and I was having a bad time at home. I need something to be angry about,
Look, I said glass of juice, okay? They took it too far.
Yeah, see?
He's 22.
I can't use his example because it'll get me in trouble. Hell. I don't know what to think other than it's just a fun little parody show he's got going there. It has to be parody. I hope
love that
once
that's
he
the
hits
thing,
like
the
his
fucking-
mid-20s, he's like, oh, it was all
Jeff
just a
comes
joke
back
for
to.
real.
He might have
Oh,
been
the
like
Joker thing.
17 or so when he started. I just remember I was like, man, this guy's such a little asshole. He's so annoying.
Well, it's a really wiener thing to be like, I love the Joker, and if those people mess up my Taco Bell order again, I'll do something. I have things and ideas,
I
but I'm
want
just
Jeff
joking.
Holiday to critique me angrily raping Stevie Wolf's velvety fart poozy, while Billy feeds us cottage cheese and barbecue-flavored bugles.
That's adorable.
Okay,
Thank you, Mr. Peepers, is it?
If you got anything more
Yeah.
from your live journal, please share.
I like how
did.
Mr. Peepers is bringing up my recipe for cheese horns. You guys ever have cheese horns? You just take the barbecue bugles and you pack them deep with the cottage cheese. They're like little ice cream cones. Cheese horns. They're tasty. Oh, I saw an ad today for a fucking new dessert snack, and I was on Instagram or something, and it's like, you ever go on an ice cream date? And I'm like, what do you mean an ice cream date? Like you go out to get ice cream cones with somebody? Yeah, I've been on a fucking ice cream date. What's your point? They're like, maybe you get down to the last bite of the ice cream cone and all you have is the tip, You realize that was the best part of the date? Like, well, no. If I'm going on an ice cream date, if the ice cream cone's the best part of the date, it's the entire ice cream cone, not the last fucking bite. Like, I don't go to get an ice cream cone for one bite, but that's the selling point. It's literally a bag of the butt ends of ice cream cones. It's the little fucking cone bottom, like from a sugar cone.
So they found a way to sell you more sugar cone than ice cream, and people are dumb enough to fall for that, so they can check their profit margins. That's
it's like
brilliant.
a bag. It's like a bag full of just the tips of the fucking sugar cones.
That's so smart. They don't have to sell you nearly as much ice cream, and they can just pack you full of that worthless sugar cone shit, and people will just eat it because it's cornstarch goodness.
I'm like, who wants
Pretty brilliant.
One in the chat right now, if you want a bag full of ice cream cone butts.
I mean, I would eat them. There's something to it, but on the same end, it's just kind of funny. It's like, why not just buy a bunch of ice cream cones and some ice cream and just make your own?
Ash my ice cream cone into this bag, and here you go.
Do you feel like a dirty bitch lighting a cigarette and smoking the entire thing when all you really want is that last hit of nicotine? Here's a bag of cigarette butts.
Yeah. Gross.
All you need is that one last hit. Quit smoking by smoking cigarette butts. COVID
So it'd be like
approved.
Marlboro selling snipe tobacco in dirty Ziploc bags.
Yeah, I guess there's some people that want that.
Billy,
Yeah.
you should read the Streamlabs. Oh, I should play Egghead's promo, shouldn't I?
Should I read the Streamlabs first?
Yeah, go ahead.
The majority of Streamlabs were actually big donos, so we don't have to read them. Mr. Peepers again, thank you. Audrey, thank you. Adam Stahu, thank you. Koopkar 18 again, you're the man. Isolationist Agorist, thank you very much. Revit Kalinsky says, please play the Biden fart video.
I don't know what that is.
Egghead Show
I know what
says,
that is.
I just filmed
What
my
is?
actual the Biden fart video. I guess there's a new fart video.
You just
From
farted
Joseph
while
Biden.
talking. It's silly.
Or hairy legs, and they change colors of the water.
Is it the old fart video or is there a new one?
It's probably a new one. He's old. Come on. And like
It was,
microphones are better than they used to be, so it's just rough if you got like flatulence.
There was a Giuliani fart video recently.
Why was he melting recently? What was going on with him?
It's great.
melting.
He's like, I got to maintain some semblance of hair color so people don't think I'm a ghoul. But
Listen,
come on, man, give it up.
when you hire your makeup girl from the Four Seasons Landscaping Company, what do you expect?
Yeah, they put some mulch on his scalp to make it look like he had more hair.
It
He
was
looked like
right.
a melting ice cream cone.
Whoa.
It was right next door to a crematorium.
Nice Viking.
So
All right.
Egghead says, Egghead donates and says, so I just filmed my actual Mania video. Like I said in my promo, I would do whatever it takes to win. And I just did. The title is mine.
For a second, I was going to say Paul's ego got really rough.
Coming up, here on the Sunday, December 27th, we'll be doing Actual Mania. What is it? 15? Actual Mania 15. Egghead will be competing against King Cobra JFS for the world title. Here it is.
Alrighty then, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's get down to business, shall we? First and foremost, as you are aware, last Friday was Actual Mania, the Survivor Series of Actual Mania, and, well, my team ended up beating Cobra's team. So, like I said, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to the lone survivor of that match, Billy. Thank you for leading my team to victory.
So Actual
Welcome, sweet
Mania
boy.
is where we take all of the crazy people and interesting people that we feature on our show, and we make them compete almost. We talk about it almost like it's a UFC fight or a pro wrestling match, but really all it is we play crazy videos from each one of them, and then the audience votes on what they like better or whatever. And
So it's like if Vince McMahon found Howard Stern's whack pack.
kind of, yeah,
Yeah.
and people people involved, like slowly people have gotten involved in it. Like even Gail has cut a promo for it before in the past.
It was fucking great, dude.
Yeah, I saw that. I was impressed with all the
Her interview
Gale
with you guys
interaction.
was fucking amazing. I'm like, you know what? I can't tell anymore if you're a troll or truly insane or both.
She's such a nice lady.
She was really nice.
I definitely had my doubts throughout the entire situation, but
the Survivor situation.
I would like to say thank you. You proved me wrong, and you helped lead my team to fucking victory.
Yeah,
So thank
you. Egghead complained because he wanted Gale on his team, but Billy switched out Gale for him on his team, and Billy was the reason his team won. Huh.
I had a vision. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I was saving this young child from a fire, and the child ended up dying, but I took it hard, and I had this prophecy. It was the egghead prophecy, and I knew that I had to insert myself into his match to see him become victorious.
Thank you for doing that.
And
Now
Donald
then,
Trump was going to be president. I saw that too.
let's get down to the main point of this promo, shall we? The main event of this month's Actual Mania is going to be Cobra versus me for the World Heavyweight Championship. Last time
Just him
Cobra
talking makes me cringe.
Yeah, he's so cringy.
He's got a
Dude, I
he's
love
got
it.
a unique surly tone about him. He's very upset.
I love it. Listen, Egghead, look, here's the thing, buddy. You are slowly morphing into a young Mick Foley, and you need to embrace this, dude. Like,
Wow,
this is
you
some
nailed
great
it.
shit. It's great shit. This is awesome. I love it. And I love you.
my face. He beat me. He barely beat me.
Yeah. King Cobra the last time. So 2 months ago, King Cobra beat Egghead for his title by like 3 or 4 votes, something like that. It was really close.
Must be black magic.
Those might have been the mail-in ballots too, and they might have been rigged, possibly. But yeah, so then we made the deal that we would do the Survivor situation, which was matches where it was teams of 4 against each other, and Billy was the last one that survived the match at the end. So
Egghead says he just hopes he doesn't get tossed off the top of the Hell in a Cell. But then, see, you don't want to make that reference because that would mean that King Cobra JFS is the Undertaker, which he kind of has like the style, just not the
Kind of.
size.
Have
He
you
doesn't have
seen
the size, but he keeps rising back up no matter how much you smash him into the ground. So
Cobe's got his eyes fixed, though. He doesn't have that weird, eye where he's looking totally off to the side
Really?
anymore. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was about to say he's kind of like the Undertaker, but got hit in the head as a child with a baseball bat. But I can't say that anymore now. Damn
He's
it.
like the Undertaker if the Undertaker was a catfish.
Yeah.
And now I have to think of a way to possibly end up defeating him. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm pretty sure we can figure it out.
Why are you in the bathroom, little guy?
I'm gonna take a huge dump now.
Hold on.
Oh no.
Hold on.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He's
wait.
in his bathroom? I know what's in there.
Dun,
I know what's in there.
dun.
Oh boy. Well, then I never thought I'd actually do this again, but yeah. Come Actual Mania, Cobra, you false king. You, sir, are going down, and I will do whatever it takes to fucking become a 2-time World Heavyweight Champion. And oh my god, I'm pretty sure I'll do, like I said, I will do whatever it takes. I'll demean my body, I'll humiliate myself on camera, I'll do whatever it takes, and I will become the 2-time World Heavyweight Champion. I guarantee it.
You know what he was looking at. You guys know what he was looking at. I don't even have to say it.
What was he looking at?
Okay, so Egghead's bathtub is easily the dirtiest thing. I would say in Texas, but Jared's bedroom is in Texas.
Yeah.
So Egghead's bathtub is a known cesspool for corroded stink. It's the bog of eternal stench. Had the bog been drained, so Egghead could wash his fucking dick in it.
Then why would he ever record in the bathroom? That means outside of the bathroom has to be worse, right?
So we
face
found
bumps out at
this
you at
out.
night. What do you do?
We found the Egghead's got beautiful eyes.
It does.
Hey, you know,
Look
he's got
into
the
him
baby
and you hear the
blues.
Beatles.
Could you imagine Egghead in that bathtub back in the day when we first saw the bathtub? It was because he was getting pelted with eggs, right? Was that
Yes. I have a picture of the tub somewhere. I'm sure Spec can hit me up with a picture of the tub really quick because there's pictures of the tub out there.
Specs told me
name
that
to Tub Boy.
Tub Boy. Oh.
Okay,
the tub is-
Egghead's sending me pictures. The pictures are Cadbury eggs and a bottle of Bailey's Irish cream.
You ever drank Bailey's from a tub?
I'm old
I'm old.
Oh man, like it's a mixer, right? So you're pouring in that dirty tub, so it's mixing in with the.
My stomach just turned thinking about this.
Learn to love me.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back.
All right.
Fuck, dude. I'm in a really good mood. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You need to put seaweed on his fucking picture here. The light plays off your seaweed.
I like this picture. I have a
Man.
lot of pictures of Egghead with the background cut out.
Yeah, just looking at him so lovingly cropped here, staring at me like, I'm losing it.
This is the abyss that stares back when you stare into it.
He's such a surly yet gentle fellow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what? Nobody was something that nobody has done, as far as I know. I haven't seen every actual Mania. I've tried to. Something that no contender has done yet. Why don't you guys? Why doesn't anybody do face makeup? Like,
oh,
really,
you mean like
really
Sting?
glamorous. Yeah, like Sting or like Gold Dust or the Road Warriors or something like that. Yeah. We need some fucking face paint. That's what we need.
We need an Ultimate Warrior for it. That's what we need.
Yeah.
We need to get him some tassels too. Some little arm tassels.
Tyler the Creator or Mickey. Yeah, one of them should
Mickey Richards.
Mickey Richards should do like some face paint or something like that.
Want to see Egghead and Ultimate Warrior makeup cleaning his bathtub.
We have to figure out
positive the entire time.
We have to figure out what the matches are gonna be besides Egghead versus Cobra. We need matches for Mickey Richards because he has the Cringerweight title. That's like our Intercontinental title, basically. Yeah, it's the Egghead is like a 3-time Cringerweight champion. That's how he broke in. We need matches for Kalo too. He's the former Cringerweight champion. There's a lot to unpack here. Actually, let me show you who Kalo beat Egghead for the Cringerweight title. Egghead was a long-time Cringerweight title, and I want to show you guys who Kalo is because
he's pretty amazing. Actually, he's incredible.
Yeah, I'm trying to find his channel.
Kalo is Billy's son,
basically.
His illegitimate child.
There he is. Okay.
Hulk Hogan. Wow. Okay.
Hulk Hogan.
All right. I am going to download this video really quick, and I'm going to show you some of Kalo's stand-up comedy. All right.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting to laugh. I love to laugh.
He's actually done stand-up comedy like live at like venues in front of people. Okay.
God damn it! Not this
I can't
again.
wait.
Jesus Christ, Ben. God damn it. Okay,
What?
I'm enduring this and then I'm leaving.
What? You said you were in a good mood.
I am.
It was.
currently. I am for now. God damn it.
Why don't you like Kalo's stand-up comedy?
I love Kalo, but fucking God, man.
What?
Holy shit. Oh, nothing. Let's just just
Billy-
enjoy.
Billy's gonna be so happy that he's coming back to this because it's almost done download. Watch his face, dude. The best part about this will be his reaction to it
Dude, yes. Cenobite has a good one. The ultimate omelet. We need to get one of the contestants to rename themselves for the competition, the ultimate omelet, and to do face makeup. This is a good idea.
All right,
the ultimate
here we
omelet
go.
ain't bad.
He's wearing a John Cena shirt.
The best dressed rep.
Everybody, my name is Kalo, as he said. Real quick, I gotta just check my phone here real quick. Go into my messages, you gotta do that. It's always fun to do that once in a while. And boy, oh boy, is there a lot of girls on Chatterbait tonight. If you don't know what Chatterbait is, it's one of those sites where you go and you pay girls tokens and they masturbate for you. I frequent that site a lot. But anyways, there's this big new craze that's going out. It's a lot of things that have been pumpkin spice.
Hold on. So
Oh.
he's like, yeah, I masturbate to this.
He's just shaking his fucking head.
I masturbate to this website. Now let's talk about pumpkin spice.
Billy, I had the same
sugar
reaction. I'm just like, God damn it, not again, dude.
Recently, Tampax released pumpkin spice tampons. I got some slogans for them.
I wanna point out a slight level of entitlement here. Kalo is he said it's a website where you pay the girls tokens and they masturbate for you. They don't masturbate for you, dude. They masturbate for the tokens, and you and a bunch of guys like you have this fantasy that they're masturbating for you.
It's true.
They don't see you on the other side. If they did, I doubt they could get their fucking clits hard. But
clits.
Can use.
But I digress.
When your pussy smell is strong, pumpkin spice is for his dong.
I love how loud the crickets are there,
Man, it's like painfully poorly timed. That would be funny at a funeral. I'd laugh because it was inappropriate. But
there is
here where you're supposed to be like take me by surprise funny, going, haha, pussy stank.
if someone
it's not really a
if someone wasn't your son but they were calling you dad and you were like, yeah, okay, son, that would be weird. But there's a video of Billy pretending like Kalo's his son. So I'm wondering if maybe it's just true and maybe he is your son.
Not true.
And when your pussy isn't smelling nice, clean it up with some pumpkin spice.
Man, he got him. Starbucks will never recover from this, man.
Ooh.
Can you imagine being in this audience and not like throwing an axe at him?
I got another one. If you're not funny, then shut the fuck up and get off the stage. There you go.
That's a pretty good one. You should add that to his routine.
Yeah. Ooh.
Keep it going, Ben.
You want me to keep it going?
Dance.
All right.
You started this fucking dance.
Those are two slogans I thought that would fit for those Tampax pumpkin spice. It's a real thing if you Google it. Another thing, who here has seen the movie?
Oh! You're so fucking funny.
Oh, you got the belly laughs, man.
Twilight. Anybody think it's crazy like that Edward can smell people's blood? I wonder if he could smell when Bella was on her period.
I mean, it's kind of funny looking at his face, but that's about all I can muster.
Funny thing is about that movie, they should call it Stalker because that dude, Edward, seemed like he would stalk Bella a lot in her sleep. I watch you when you sleep.
Yeah, that's a funny joke.
I'm genuinely fucking cracking my ass up at you, Stevie. Jesus Christ.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
I'm making sure I don't laugh at you, Stevie, so that people won't get confused and think I'm laughing at Kalo. I can't be caught on video laughing at Kalo.
I can't help it, dude. It's like, oh man, yeah. It's like when you're watching somebody get horribly mangled by a train, and then that one dude is just like, and then everybody just starts laughing hysterically at a dead body.
So Joe and I did an experiment. We went to one of the Planned Parenthoods that have the people picketing out front, the pro-life people.
Yeah.
And we said this man's mom was denied an abortion 24 years ago, and they all changed their stance, put their signs down, and left. They became pro-choice because they realized what they were fighting for created this. I tried to convince.
Yeah, that sounds like something Mitch would do. If you don't Mitch, he's over here. Calls himself the pussy master.
Do I?
But
Mitch
anyways,
is like, do I?
I love how the guy in the audience is confused as to whether or not he's telling a joke too.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
Kyle in chat says, "What's this guy's name?" It's Kyle. His name is Kyle. Kalo.
the thing about me is one time I asked this girl when we were having sex if she liked trains, and she said, yeah. Well, I was like, well, sit on my face and I'll shoot you.
God damn it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I lift his stomach up to find his dick, so.
Hidden treasure.
Hidden treasure.
God damn it.
They call me Davy Jones Locker.
Fuck.
Needless to say, afterwards, she wanted me to go to Krispy Kreme's and grab a plain donut and rub the rest of the cream all over my face and then eat it. They had that happen.
I love to request you do that.
Funny thing that happened is when I lost my virginity, I lost my virginity.
When he lost his virginity, he recorded it and sent a video of it to a bunch of people.
He recorded it. He recorded it because we made fun of him for being a virgin, and he recorded it and proved to everybody that he had sex.
He sent it to Ralph, and that was his inspiration.
Oh shit!
I really could have gone my life without seeing that.
we're like, dude, this doesn't prove that you weren't a virgin when we were calling you a virgin anyways.
Yep.
What's the point?
A girl ended
Well,
up
I'm not a virgin anymore.
on my tits.
Look at him.
Yeah, it was an awkward situation. A lot of girls are getting jealous of my tits because I've been with some girls that have like A cups or B cups, and they're like, damn, you're near almost double D. And it's bad enough when they can motorboat me, but I can't motorboat them.
Nope.
I'm not even gonna fucking give that the.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
Okay, so he lost his virginity, but has he had sex 2 times, 3 times? We don't know.
I don't know how many times it was consensual, but the video I saw, it looked like he was the one passed out, and she was fighting for dear life not to fall off of him.
Do you know who Poppy is? Like, I hardly know. Like,
Poppy.
He's a big fan of Poppy, and he has like Poppy posters on his bedroom wall.
Oh, I know. She's like a music artist.
Yeah.
Did some weird videos, and now she like sounds like Corn for some reason.
I think he like stalks her almost.
You think a guy like this?
Yeah.
So here's a funny joke, guys. So I was standing outside this pop star's window just jerking off, right? And that's the joke.
Yeah, that's what his jokes are like.
I got a book. It's called How to Love a Woman Through a Telescope.
It's like, yeah, yesterday I baked a potato and then I ate it. Like, that's his joke.
All right. No, that's it. That's it for me. I'm tapping out. I got to finish some editing.
All right.
DP boys, CP fam, I love you. Hellbent, Stevie, it's always good to see you. Love you guys too. I'll see everybody later.
Good night.
Have a good one.
Thanks for the nightmares.
Good night.
Anytime.
Good night, sweetheart.
So, yeah, we probably got like 10 more minutes. And then.
There's a hell of a selection tonight.
Yeah. I was, after this, we're going to go over to Twitch to stream for maybe like a half hour for the post show.
Sure.
Yeah, so, yeah. That's what we're doing after this. But we're going to hang out for 10 more minutes here. And then, no, we are not doing a 24-hour show. That is insane. I'm in no hurry to do another one of those anytime soon.
I did one of those before. Everybody bailed on me. I still made it, but I was like, oh, man.
I've done 3.
Nobody really wants to do that. I don't blame anybody either.
You have to have a rotating roster of
like,
guests.
yeah, rotating guests, sure.
Yeah.
But they want to see you like in hour 22, like just on the verge of saying something really regrettable when you're just in that haze. And they want to tease you a little bit, make you angry, like right towards the end. That's what they want. And you got to give it to them.
That's what the Jews want.
I did a 24-hour stream.
All right, Fuentes.
I did a 24-hour stream on accident once. I was playing.
That's fair enough. If you're enjoying yourself, that just means you're a little bit touched in the head. That doesn't mean that you're like bad.
I was playing Magic cards on Twitch, and like we got like 16 hours into it. They're like, "Dude, just go for 24." I was like,
I think the longest stream I ever did was I played Doom, like one of the newer ones that came out from start to finish, and it was like 9 hours long. I got like halfway through it. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna finish it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I did the same thing with
9
Rage
hours.
2, but I got locked in on a boss door that didn't function right. So I spent like an hour and 30 minutes going, how do I get out of here? How do I get out of here? So I went back 5 saves. I went 4 and I went back, and then right after that, the game just ended, and it was an awful ending. And I was like trying to give that game chances. You could see me deteriorate through the stream door. I'm like, oh boy, Rage 2. They probably won't make the same mistake as the last one. I'm playing. I'm like, okay, it's a little sparse, but the combat's good. Then it drags on. I'm just like, this sucks. This sucks. And I'm stuck in that one room. I start getting real surly. Like it's actually starting to piss me off. Then I flip through, roll back the saves, go through it all again, and walk through the door. And I just put down the controller. I'm done. Like it broke me emotionally. So now I'm just fine. I brace for the disappointment these days with just about everything I boot up.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I want to shout out everybody. This is episode 811.
Yeah,
we actually called out Robert Wadlow this episode. I think it was on accident.
Yeah,
who happened to be 8'11".
8'11".
8'11" is the Wadlow episode, and he came up. Kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal.
Honestly, like he's always fascinated me. People like that are like freaks of nature, I think is amazing. Like I don't think there will ever be another one. I don't think it's doubtful that there could ever be another Robert Wadlow, especially now. Like they do the surgery on those people when they reach like 18, 19, 20 years old, so they stop growing. So,
yeah, because most people would prefer to live longer than 22 than be that tall.
Right.
Like I joke, right? But yeah, medicine.
We have a scientist in the chat that said you lose 1 year of your life for every time you don't sleep one night.
I cry every time.
Oh man, my time's nigh.
Yeah.
I guess I'm already dead.
Yeah.
Oh, this is limbo. You're trapped in a box watching YouTube videos.
I'm in hell. It finally happened.
He really does design your torment just for you, doesn't he? They warned me about that.
The devil takes care of her own, they say.
Oh man, all I got on my mind's video games. I'm playing this game Kenshi. It's crazy. It's like an RTS game, but it starts out real small. One guy made it from 2008, and it got released 2 years ago. So this one dude's working on this thing. You build your character, build them however you want, like it's Dark Souls. You start out as just a guy. You get enslaved a few times. People beat you to the ground, but every time you get beaten to the ground and enslaved, you get stronger and better. So you deal with like getting your arm lopped off. You put a robot arm on it. Your guy just gets beaten to the dirt so hard he becomes real powerful. Then you get a bunch of other people. Then you just do what you want. You can take over towns. You can be the slaver. You can work with these people, do all this other stuff. And when I first played it, I was like, this is way too ambitious. It's got to like empty out somewhere, and it doesn't. And you should buy that game. It's made by one guy. It's Kenshi. Get it if you like weird stuff.
I wanted to try a game called Proteus. It looks like an old school shooter. It's got kind of it looks
I've been
fun
messing
as
with the
fuck.
level editor on it. Okay, it's got a fully functioning level editor. I don't know if you've used anything like Trench Broom for Quake or the Hammer editor or anything like that.
I've used like Doom Builder for Doom.
Then yeah, go with that. I made a level that has a giant rail car on it. You splash through about, I think, 150 zombies, but then there's another rail car on the other side that hits another 150, so about 300.
Fuck.
Go off onto this area, another couple of hundred to fight. You just make these just massive levels. You got full control of the lighting, where the enemies are, everything. They got tutorials. It's user friendly. It's not like Snap Map with the weird limits. You can just do all. There's one level to where it's just a bunch of trucks on a freeway moving, and you jump from truck to truck.
Oh,
it's
nice.
nuts.
I gotta try it.
Proteus as well. Yeah, just get it.
I was watching
just
videos
like
of the combat, and it looks fucking crazy. Absolutely.
Oh, it's meaty and juicy. Like, man, nothing but
A lot
good
of
things to
meatiness
say about that.
We got
Neato.
I just lit up when you said Proteus. I was like, what Proteus? I've been making a map in that for like 3 months, and I'm still not done. I'm just like, but I could put it in another area. It's addictive.
We got some love here from Mr. Peepers with that big love. Audrey said, Billy, are you proud of your son? I'm a very proud papa, but I don't know who you're talking about. Goose Juice said, hey, Ben, can we get a hey, nice lady?
Hey, nice lady.
Hey, nice lady.
Go, lady.
Hey, lady.
We'll just do the rest of the cast like this.
We could.
Yeah.
Nobody's stopping us.
We could.
I want to personally thank Hellbent and not any of the other add-ons that we had tonight. Boobry, that's not a sweet boy thing to do, Boobry. Boobry always asks me to personally thank somebody, but I will impersonally thank Stevie for hopping on tonight, and I'll personally thank you tomorrow for being on again.
I'm
with
gonna have
us.
fun.
Yeah,
it's good to meet you.
I had fun with
Stevie.
you
This
tonight.
has been
Thank
fun.
Thank you for making it in here. I think that if we get this follow-up RSN video, we'll have some more talk to talk about tomorrow. That'd be pretty cool. And then, of course, Jeff Holiday came on tonight. That was a very sweet boy thing for him to do as well. We got a party. We got a party brewing.
Yeah.
Sweet
So
boys.
Meet new people, having fun.
So we're going to go over to twitch.tv. Anyone that's here that can't follow us, if Stevie or Hellbent, if you can't follow us, you can just drop off the call when we end here.
Alrighty.
But if you want to stick around, you can. And the rest of you should use the link I put in the chat right there. You should go over there right now because we go directly there with no downtime. Directly there.
Seamless.
So you should go there now. All of you. You should. Don't do this I don't
Go
like
to
Twitch
Twitch
thing.
TV Drunken Peasants.
Yes, do it.
Go now, nice babies.
Twitch situation.
All right.
Go to Twitch. In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.
I learned